Poseidon. It's Sunday, Poseidon. What do you got to say to people?
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
That's terrible. We're here on a Sunday, guys. Sorry for the delay. I'm late because I had a baptism. I was baptizing a young child today. So that's done. But you know who showed up right before we started? Obviously. It's goddamn Guido Grasso.
Hey.
Guido, we'll get to you in a second. Just to answer people's questions. Yes, Patreon now has the option to go yearly. So we're thinking about it. So there's a 15% discount, obviously, for yearly subscriptions. But we're also adding anyone from Pantelis Nation and above. I think you guys are getting keychains all the way up till the end of September. If anybody signs up for a year, these Pantelis podcast acrylic keychains that you can also put as a fucking bracelet. I don't know what the company said, but they're making stuff like that. 2 Drink Minimum is live tonight at the Bordel. I'm sorry I did not promote this week. It's been a very busy week. So the tickets are on sale. Link is, where is it? It's in my Instagram description and wherever the hell you find me. I posted the links today. So we got those going on. Mr. Poseidon, welcome. And what did you want to talk about today, sir?
Oh, just all kinds of crazy shit. First of all, rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman.
That's
why I've been seeing this guy's face everywhere.
You didn't know?
I don't pay attention anymore.
Yeah.
Well, how did he die?
He had colon cancer.
Wasn't this guy like 30 years old?
Dude, he was 40 years old. He had colon cancer for a while. Apparently, he was fighting it
since 16, bro.
He's been fighting it for. He did back-to-back movies.
He's a good fucking actor.
Yeah, I felt bad for him. Yeah.
Well, he's dead.
No. He did die. He died before yesterday.
Yeah. Well, but fuck, man. Like, man's a warrior, bro.
Yeah, I hope that motivated you. You see that people
did motivate
sometimes people complain, I can't go to work, I have a headache. This guy fucking stage 3 colon cancer when he was doing all those movies.
Yeah, a lot of like remember a couple of years ago there was that Italian movie Il Postino, and he was nominated for an Oscar. A guy named Massimo Troisi. He was like Italy's like.
Why would I know that? I know one Massimo,
whatever, man.
and he was murdered by Wolverine in X-Men Days of Future Past.
This guy, to film his last movie, he needed like treatment, but he said, I gotta finish my movie. And he finished his movie, got nominated for an Oscar, but he's dead.
He committed
so much to his art, he died.
Yeah. So anyways, before we get into all that fun stuff, so yeah, I had a baptism this morning. I was baptizing my buddy Alex's kid. Baptism, children very angry when they're getting baptized, let me tell you. Big mess.
And you guys do the hour-and-a-half baptism. It's not like the 15-minute Catholic charge cards.
Normally it's longer, but the priest was in a hurry because he was speeding through. He's like, yeah, whatever, the name of the God. Like he was speeding. He didn't want to be there. So it didn't take too long. The kid was just angry. So that was done. And then just to be safe, because I knew I wasn't going to be able to make it for 4, I didn't want to cancel the whole show. So I just left early and I extended this by half hour, and we'll stay past 6. We just need to be at the Bordel for the show tonight at 7:30. Which, by the way, again, guys, 2 Drink Minimum has been growing a lot on YouTube ever since we started the live Bordel episodes. People seem to like that atmosphere. So try coming to one. It's something else.
And they really perfected the social distancing.
Yeah. In the city, I haven't seen it done better.
No, the place is full and everyone's far away from each other. It's good.
Yeah, it's done well. Dudes, have you been watching you don't watch any TV anymore, yeah?
No, what did I watch? Seinfeld. I watched Seinfeld.
I watched Cobra Kai season 2. I don't know, in the chat, by the way, Derek G, Giggity, Sam Sidewalk, Mental Funeral, Acasthesia, Marco's here, Silver and Gold, what up, Silver and Gold? Olga's here, Flat Cat, Eric, Amelie, Codex. I'm sorry if I missed people. I forgot to take a look at the chat initially when I came on here. But welcome, everybody. Has anyone seen Cobra Kai, and have you watched the second season? As I just never watched it.
I know it's supposed to be good. I trust when Dave Landau says something's good, and I heard the whole episode about them when they said, they even referred to the little things, like the guy in the Karate Kid that says, put him in a body bag.
Okay.
You actually, they answer
They make
that.
reference to
they
that.
They make reference to that beautifully. So it's done very well.
And it's a weird kind of counter current culture, because you have a guy who's fresh out of the main bad or good guy, depends how you look at the story. The guy who fought against the Karate Kid in the movie, whatever the fuck is Johnny, whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah, he's the hero.
He's kind of the hero. Yeah, it depends on how you look at it. Again, you could take either side, but he's very much a child that never got past the 80s. Like he peaked in the 80s and he only knows that.
But the actor,
like he has a flip phone.
But the actor is like that too.
Yeah.
It's so perfect. That guy, the last time we saw him was in Back to School.
It's perfect. It's done perfectly, and I really, really enjoy the show. But the second season, dude, God damn, especially the last episode of the second season, they really go fucking insane. Like the writers are like, you know what? A lot of people are playing it safe. Let's just go crazy. It is insane.
I guarantee you that the writers are probably my age or younger, like 40 and younger. They're from that generation X.
Oh, guaranteed they're from that generation. Yeah. So you could tell they get it, but it's just some of the stuff. He's like, the guy's opening up his gym and he's like, all right, we have classes for boys and girls, you know? And then somebody asked him a question. He's like, what? What do you mean other genders? What the fuck are you talking about? Perfect.
Yeah, that's
He's
amazing.
like, what is it? What the fuck are you talking about? He's making a commercial. He's like, all right, wrap it up, edit it, and, you know, send it to the internet.
But also, I heard, were you guys big fans of Bill and Ted? Or it was a bit after your time, a bit before your time?
I know Bill and Ted. I have issues with it. I feel like it's a little too slapsticky.
But part 1 and part 2, we watched like we knew by heart. And
Yeah,
plus
everyone.
it was the only movie George Carlin was in. And now Bill and Ted Part 3 just came out, and it's got amazing reviews.
Oh, does it have good reviews?
It's got good reviews.
It's on demand?
On demand.
I'll rent
it. Like they even refer to George Carlin very well in the movie.
Okay.
I think they make George Carlin act in the movie even though he's dead, and it's supposed to be really good. And instead of like Bill and Ted going to the past, getting Napoleon and all these people to come together, you know, their daughters go out and get every musician, and it's supposed to be really good. Even though Keanu Reeves is obviously wearing a wig.
All right, let's see what's
that's
gonna...
the movie where they go to hell or something?
Yeah.
They time travel?
Yeah, they go all kinds
I
of
want
places.
to watch
in the
that,
phone
bro. That
booth.
looks fun.
But watch part 1, skip part 2, and watch part 3. Watch part 1 before you watch them all.
Why don't I
'cause-
just
Yeah, for
watch
sure.
part 1, 2, 3?
Well, part 2 is okay with death.
No, but yeah, watch it just so you could know the whole story.
Reference.
But
Part
okay,
1 is
so
the one that counts. And
what are we saying here? So Eric says, the more I watch you guys, the more I love you. That's fine. Sorry if I don't help financially. I am sick in the hospital. Oh, don't fucking worry, Eric. What are you talking about? Just fucking welcome to
I'm sick and
the
not
fray.
in the hospital. It's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
We're all
You don't
sick.
gotta do anything. We're just happy to have you on board here. Where's Helsan? Helsan's here. Nice. Helsan was in the hospital. He was doing surgery, so hopefully he's feeling a little bit better.
Is he a doctor?
Born to be Wild says woke bullshit, for which I didn't see what he was saying.
To the reference to the, is there gender?
Yeah, that's why the fact that he makes fun of the woke bullshit is funny, because a lot of shows on Netflix don't want to touch it. So the fact is like, what the fuck are you talking about? There's two genders, you know. So just the fact that they're willing to write that is a lot of fun.
You see the trends in movies.
Let's see what else. First season was awesome. Second was good. Mental Funeral. Think about it. How many new shows now can you say that you can enjoy 2 seasons of? Normally you have a good first season. The second one's pretty shit. Olga says she can't concentrate. Maybe we're jumping around too many topics. I don't know if we're jumping around too many topics, guys. But I do thoroughly recommend Cobra Kai on Netflix right now. You don't have to get YouTube Premium. You can just watch both seasons.
I took Adderall today, so I'm concentrating.
Yeah, I look like a TSN analyst. It's because I took off the jacket. I didn't want to get too hot.
You look like
It's
you look like you retired from playing football recently, and now you're on ESPN.
It's because everything was last minute. I didn't want to. So here's the other option that I had is canceling the stream right now.
No,
I didn't want to cancel.
This
the
is
stream.
fine.
Yeah, this is fine. So I said they're gonna give a fuck that I'm in a tie. They don't give a shit. So I'd rather do that. Yeah, Tara, you got here right on time. We're talking about woke bullshit. Yeah. So Poseidon, you said you had a multitude of things to talk about. Yeah. What's up? What's wrong?
Speaking of woke bullshit, did you see 3 things I want to talk about? Did you see those? I don't think we spoke about this yet. The fucking crazy people trying to force people to put their fist up and chant BLM with them.
Yeah,
Did you see that
I
bullshit?
saw a video of a woman at a restaurant. I don't know where it was, and they were all around her with their fists. I think they got mad at her because she was eating, and they walked by and they lifted their fist, and she didn't lift her fist.
But this still means black power? Or
well, evidently not, because there was a bunch of white people doing it and yelling at her. So it's the whole thing about taking a good idea of something
and running it into the ground.
Yeah.
Bastardizing it.
It's
that's what it is.
All those. I want to say this delicately and properly. A lot of these people, their identity is because they got nothing to do. They're boring white people. So let me go protest for black people.
But it's not. I don't like that they're implicating anybody, because it's not helping black people. You're not doing anything. You're destroying. You're not helping by setting the community on fire. Just explain to me how that helps.
They're cosplay.
Yeah, they're cosplaying as rioters. But anyways, doing that, you're not making any friends. You're not winning any people over. No. You're not putting your money where your mouth is. The NBA. What an interesting week it had, okay? Oh. So I found out more details about it. So apparently, because the Milwaukee Bucks had against the Orlando Magic was supposed to be the first game of the round 2 of the playoffs. And they went to the game. They were getting ready in the locker room to go to the game, and something happened.
Wisconsin.
But something happened with their discussion in the locker room. 2 or 3 players were like, "I don't feel fucking right. Are you sure we should do this?" And they said, "We're not playing the game." But they actually went there. There's a Kumba, everybody, and they showed up and said, "We're not playing the game." Okay, they're taking a stand. Perfect. Apparently, LeBron James, because they called the meeting players only, he got pissed off because he thinks he's the face of the NBA. He should be the one
to decide
making those decisions, which is crazy. So they had a players only meeting.
Ego tripping now.
Ego. So in order for him to do one level more, he said, "You know what? We boycott him and Kawhi, like the Clippers and Lakers. We boycott the whole season. We're not playing the rest of the season." And apparently Chris Paul jumped up when he said that. He said, "Fuck you, LeBron. We'll play without you then." Other players were pissed. They go, "You can't assume that." Instead of taking a stand because you believe it's the right thing, you only want to take a stand to show that you're in charge of black minds when it comes to athletes.
Is he the real captain of the locker room, though?
Evidently not. You can't be the captain of all these locker rooms. Each team has their own captains. Do you know what I mean? So that's what happened with them, and it was just so funny when Chris Paul and other like, "Fuck you, dude, we'll play without you." Like, you're not going to decide for us.
That was because of the shooting, right? That happened in Kenosha.
Yeah. You saw it was the one where the guy went to his car. Yeah, it was that one because there was a couple of shootings at the same day.
His father's been talking on the news every day.
Yeah, his father's saying stop breaking shit or whatever. Yeah.
Not just that, more details have come out about this story. Interesting details. So this guy apparently back in May sexually assaulted a teenage girl, 14 years old.
I heard, yeah. So now here's the thing. But again, I'm not taking his side as a sexual assaulter of kids.
No, but
I'm not
they
taking
shot him
anyone's
7
side.
times.
Yeah, they shot him.
One shot would have been fine.
Yeah, not just one shot would have been fine. We have to be very careful with a couple of things. Number one, we have to teach people that when you see the cop, like, you know me, when I got the cop gave me a fake ticket and he was being very aggressive. So I said, okay, I'm just gonna say thank you. Give me the ticket. I'll fight it later. Because I knew that he might take my car. Remember, he threatened to take my car.
Correct.
So I go. You have to kind of teach people that if you see the guy's unreasonable, calm the fuck down. Just
shield.
Respect the shield. But at the same time, we also have to. It is also a problem that they shot him 7 times. We can't let the cops decide who lives and dies. That's crazy. But obviously, the guy wasn't. From what I read his rap sheet, this guy was not a good guy.
Yeah.
But it's not my decision to fucking. I can't just decide to take a life. That's crazy.
I 100% agree with you. And but there's more details that surface. So he sexually assaulted this girl, and apparently he broke into her house at 6 a.m. and was screaming at her, "Where's my shit? Where's my shit?" And then he fingered her.
Okay, I don't want to.
He was looking inside.
Somewhere, hold on, and then there was a sexual assault. What do you call those things that so people stay away from you?
Oh, there's a restraining order.
There's a restraining order, so you can't approach. So apparently, that day that he got shot, he went back to the house and was causing a commotion, trying to break in and shit.
Yeah, look. So what I'm saying is,
wild shit.
That's why you gotta. Because here's the thing.
If it was a white guy that did all that stuff,
and he
would
stole
he have
her
been
keys
shot
that
7
day.
times? That's the question.
But you know the thing is about that is you don't know. It depends on the cop.
Yeah.
Because it's not in every situation. It's not in every situation that a black person is going to get shot. It's not in every situation that a white guy is going to be let go or whatever. It's not. It depends. There's a lot of nuance, right? Because white people get shot by the police all the time too.
Of course.
Clearly, there's a problem whether it's the way we interact with cops or the way the cops interact with us. Like the cops haven't been trained to, there's clearly an issue somewhere. Now, are we going to solve that issue by setting everything on fire?
No,
we're not going to solve that issue by doing that.
100%.
It has to be an actual conversation because there's no reasonable person in our society, no reasonable person is for a member of their country to be allowed to live their life and feel inferior because of the color of their skin or feel more scared. No reasonable person is for that. Okay, people that are against Antifa and are against all this violence are not for police brutality or for minorities getting beat up. No, assholes, KKK, those guys are for that.
Yeah.
Normal people don't want that, but normal people don't want their neighborhoods set on fire either.
What about the couple that was trying to protect their house with guns on their roof? They were painted like the bad people.
I'm on the side of that couple.
I'm on the side of the couple too.
Because this is what I try to put myself in.
I worked hard for this fucking house, and you guys are gonna
even if I didn't work, even if I'm just renting it.
It's my
if
house.
You're coming to my home, I don't know you, and you're just like, well, you live in a neighborhood, and you're trying to start shit.
Yeah. Where I sleep, eat,
where I sleep, eat, my family's there.
Feel safe, yeah. Where I go to feel safe, and you come and attack. Nah, fuck that shit.
I have an uncle who literally is that guy. He's got his guns downstairs, and he's ready to kill anybody.
Yeah, Democrats are the party of racism in the States. Yeah, that's what it's showing right now. 'Cause you're not. Remember, if you don't vote for them, though, you're not black
You know
enough.
what the secret is?
And
The
they
secret is to
invented KKK.
turn off your TV.
No, yeah, you got to turn off the TV. All this is crazy. All because both. By the way, because I watched a lot of the RNC and the DNC stuff. Both are in propaganda mode right now.
Debate is Tuesday. It's going to be so much fun. Better than Saturday Night Live.
Let's.
It's going to be. He's going to be hilarious.
This is going to be
Trump is
insane.
gonna
This
be
is a show.
fucking funny.
I'm just sitting back and enjoying the whole thing.
He's going to be so funny.
Oh, and did you see with the kid? What happened with the kid? With Kyle Rittenhouse there?
Yeah, so the Kyle Rittenhouse, that's another story. Okay, we'll touch on that too. So I believe that everyone involved in that is a doofus, because even him,
I agree.
You know what you're getting yourself into. You're crossing state lines with a gun to go there where you know there's gonna be trouble. But also, if somebody has a rifle, why would you go try to take it from him or attack him? Like, what do you think is gonna happen? Like, we need to. Do you know what I mean? Like, people are just like, okay, this kid's evil because he shot, but he didn't go indiscriminately and start shooting people.
Thank you.
So, like, you can't attack him. And then the guy who got shot, the second guy who pulled out the handgun, you can't go up to someone who has a rifle with your handgun drawn, trying to shoot him, and not expect to maybe get shot
I think
first.
these people have like
These
video
are
game
all
rules in their mind.
video game. These are all idiots.
Yeah. It's
not real.
Everyone involved in that was an idiot. Him for going down there, them for doing all the shit they were doing, and it's all idiots. And one of the guys that got shot, apparently he was a pedophile. I felt like he was. Dude, a lot of pedophiles are fucking going out to riot. What the fuck's going on, bro? Stay in your house. Be quiet.
Do you remember the girl that was the car? It was a stolen car, and she was giving the cop attitude, saying, "I don't know whose car this is," and the cop was just like, "Look, it's."
It's a stolen car.
And she pulled out her phone and was doing all the like, "You can't stop me, you can't this and that." But no one's talking about the fucker who gave her the stolen car. And all the cop's doing is like, "Look, it came up stolen." I don't even think people know the rules of like when a cop stops you of the rules.
Yeah,
Another
most
one
of
was
us
like,
don't.
I'm home. The guy was like, "I'm home. You can't touch me." Who said you can't touch me?
Yeah, if they know that you're hammered.
It's very simple. You prepare your driver's license, registration, and insurance papers, and just hand them over. You don't even have to say.
I used to get into more arguments. Now, like the last time when that happened, I know that. Why don't I just fight this in court before it escalates? Because when the guy threatened to take my car and I had to go to Mike's house and stuff, I said, you know what? Okay, I'm like, okay, just give me the ticket. Just give me the fucking ticket. I'll fight it. Because I don't want, for there to be a
Usually I'm good, make them laugh, except
Situation
that one
like that.
time when I still have to send flowers.
Did you see the photo? I think I sent you the photo of the Kyle Rittenhouse thing when he was shooting someone in the background.
God, yes.
There's like two dudes sucking each other's dicks, and no one's noticing. I don't know if it was real or if it was Photoshop. It looked real.
It looked
And
real.
this was all over the world.
In the background, but you it's always on the media, but you don't notice it until you look. There's some guy with his pants down, another guy on his knees sucking his dick.
hilarious.
So you're out there. Some people are starting fires. Other dudes are blowing other dudes.
It's
all a shit show, bro. It's a shit show.
Oh, I forgot to say something.
We have to get back into dialogue mode, because I don't think everyone. Because here's the thing that I'm understanding is a lot of people are joining this for the right reasons. You understand? Because if you tell me I don't want racism, Black lives do matter, I don't want people to get shot. Yeah, I'm with you. Of course, I'm with you. By defacing private businesses, is that going to help? You can't. I'm trying to do the math. You can't get me to understand how that helps.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Do you remember years ago when everyone was wearing the red squares and banging pots and pans?
I wore a green square and then people got to fight with me.
So what happened with that? And what happened? Did they win?
No.
What's up?
No, they lost.
So what's the point?
Well, they didn't really. Yeah, I mean,
What was the point?
that was kind of hard to fight too, because the amount that they wanted to
I think what it
to
made
put up
was-
for the education was negligible.
It made 2 or 3.
It was like $300.
Oh yeah, remember it was $300, but over the course of I think
It made 2 or 3 politicians. Those
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
Gabriel Nadeau-Dubois.
Yeah, some of them became politicians that made money.
That's
Yeah,
all that did.
that's funny.
That's all that. By the way, Alex, what's up? Lisa Marie, Victoria. Okay, bye. I forgot I was supposed to say hi to my friends. Sorry.
He's very annoying.
I am.
I don't want him to be this annoying, but he's.
But the squares.
But it's the same thing with the whole fist up thing, right? Like if you're walking by, you're doing your own. Someone's eating, and they don't lift their fist up. It's like the Nazi stuff. Like no, you have to salute.
It's exactly what.
Fuck off.
Do you know that when Hitler was painting that stuff to them in the beginning, he was so charismatic and so likable that they all really felt it right. They felt like they were doing the right thing.
But that's what I'm saying. That's how people get tricked now, because Because if you look at just a statement in Black Lives Matter, 95% of the people are going to be like, yeah, of course, I don't want people to get hurt. But that's not what the manifesto says. That's not what they want. They're talking, they're extreme. What are they? Militant Marxist. They want to destroy the nuclear family. So you paint a nice picture on the outside. So most people are like, fuck yeah, I'm on board with this. And then without doing any research, they're fucking with other people. They're like, how can you not be on board with this? And then the person's like, well, have you read what it means? You're a fucking racist. Like they don't want to admit that, holy shit, maybe I jumped into this fucking head first a little too quick.
A lot of people, sadly, are sheep and can't even back up why they're doing what they're doing. That's
Marvin just said Guido's out here promoting Hitler again. Yeah, you gotta stop fucking promoting Hitler, bro. Like it's every goddamn episode, you're like, he did this right.
Bring that mustache back.
Oh my god,
that mustache we should bring back. We can't let Hitler.
Fucking
well,
Hitler
Pop
ruined
Smoke was bringing a version of it back. He had that mustache, but it looked like a pyramid a bit.
So it wasn't that mustache.
Salvador Dali. No,
Yeah.
Michael Jordan tried to bring it back.
Michael Jordan did bring it back because he's still the shit. He didn't get canceled.
Michael Jordan brought it back in the Hanes commercial. But no, yeah, it's ruined that fucking mustache for Charlie Chaplin.
I gave shit to a family member of mine.
What did you rap
a week or 2 weeks ago because he was supporting Black Lives Matter. I called him a communist.
Yeah, but that's not.
Well, but I guarantee you,
you're doing.
But you know what the problem is? The problem is that I guarantee you, he was doing it for what he thought were the right reasons. He was actually trying to support, black people from not getting beat up or whatever.
Well, exactly.
But the problem is the organization it's like if I open up an organization that's called Vegan Delight, okay, but all of it is meat.
Yeah.
People are like, what do you have a problem with vegans? Like, you fucking idiot. It's not vegan. It's all meat. Shut the fuck up or it's called Vegan Delight. That's the argument that's happening right now. That's exactly
what
they're
gave him
doing.
shit and it was like a deer in headlights. It's like, what? Communist what? Like, you know? And then, but
if you're going to go out in the streets or you're going to set a fire, you could at least go to the website of the organization that you're rooting for and take a look at their manifesto. The bare minimum.
But can we see how powerful this all is? You see what's happening?
Yeah.
This is why, what's his name? Facebook boy and everybody are the most powerful people in the world.
Well, can I tell you something?
You're literally influencing people on a global level to do what you want. That's dangerous.
This is why I'm happy that, well, I don't know how long it's going to last, but there's mediums like this, there's Patreon, there's all that. Because I'm honestly planning, the same thing Mike's doing. We're more and more separate the middleman and just go directly to fans. Yeah. And that's how you build something.
That's how you become president.
Yeah. Well, because look at this, right? This we got a few months ago, just a little inch, right? People start like, you know what? Start a Patreon, do this and that. And then now, with all the COVID shit that happened, right now we're in August. Obviously, we're delayed, but we have this studio that's going to be ready fully in like 2-3 weeks. The rental studio, right, is over there. You guys are going to have your new show there. We're doing all kinds of shit. All because people are like, you know what? I want to support directly. I want my content to grow, So that's what we're doing.
But this is why.
So I don't care about
the news and the TV stations have nothing. They need something to talk about.
They need something to talk about.
They're losing everybody.
They're going to lose everyone. Yeah.
So they're starting all.
But that's why I'm doing this. I'm like, you know what? Let's go directly, like what Netflix did, and we're going to create our own content. Yeah.
Well, that's why I read also something. The entertainment industry now, as it's known, is going to collapse.
Obviously, it's unsustainable.
It's not going to be as it used to be.
You know how many big companies are shutting down and they're blaming COVID, but a lot of them is because they figured out a way to downsize legally. Because you can't mass fire people apparently if you don't have to. So they're doing it here. Whatever. I don't want to mention the company.
It's a blessing for some of them.
I found out that a lot of companies here were given a lot of money by the government, and now they're downsizing and closing up their shops. So they could just keep the higher ups working. And then the rest are outsourcing. So it's fucking crazy that the government gave a lot of our tax money so that they can open up these fucking industries here. And then these guys first shut it down. It's not even their money. It was money that was given to them by the government. And so people are going to, all the initial investment the government gained from our tax dollars, that's why the government shouldn't get involved like that. The government could give tax breaks, but they should never actually invest in companies like this.
This is a conspiracy. When they made weed legal, they made a shitload of money. Is it because they knew they had to give handouts to the whole country a year later?
But they didn't make money. They lost money with weed. That was the whole scandal.
Did they?
Yeah, they don't know what they're doing. Trudeau just rushed it through because he thought it would help with votes, which it did the first time, now when he got reelected. But they were losing money with the weed. That's why people made jokes about them. They said, normally your last resort to make money is selling drugs, and they can't do that.
But are we 100% sure they made no money? Because
it's not made no money; they lost money.
But look at the weed store on Lackady.
Yeah, huge lineup, right? Yeah,
so
16 employees for everything that you're selling. Let's say for $20, there's fucking $9 worth of plastics around it.
The package is like a butter container, but thick plastic, and there's like this much weed in it.
They're as bad at business as I am with the shirts on Patreon.
But it's a bunch of potheads
That's how
trying
bad
to
it's.
figure.
The shirts are more expensive than the memberships. That's how. But two different reasons. Though I'm trying to promote
Yeah.
them. They're trying to make money, so they're the fuck ups. Yeah.
You called a good company for the keychains and stuff because I got to make some stuff.
Yeah. So I found. Well, they're sending me samples. So they're sending me samples of all kinds. I got I got the keychains, holographic stickers, labels. You know the envelopes that we send T-shirts in. Envelopes with the Pantelis podcast logo on them. Those envelopes, same but with the logo on them.
Ooh.
They're sending all kinds of shit, so we could.
A local company, or you
No, it's not
directly
local.
with Alibaba?
And it's not Alibaba either. It's the same company that sells to all these like Google, Facebook, all these companies that it's
So
the
they're
same
reputable.
one. They're reputable, yeah. So we're gonna test it. But for those of you who didn't listen, what I'm doing is because I know there's already a discount if you jump on the Patreon for a year now, because they let you do year memberships. If you're Pantelis Nation or above and you do the year one, we're sending you by the end of September. Anybody who's already switched to a year and anyone who does it between now and September, the end of the month, will send also custom keychains, which the only people, you can't buy those. The only people that are going to have those are the patrons that did the year now by the end of September, and guests of the Pantelis podcast are going to get those. That's it. So we're going to make them limited. Very, I don't want you to be able to buy them. You know, I want it to be like a specific thing, like you're part of that club.
Yeah.
Good idea?
Yeah.
I think
I like
I
it.
think it's something fun to do.
I like it.
I got to get a bunch of that stuff. I need for the restaurant and for myself and for us.
I'll hook you up if it is. Well,
For us.
I'll let you know all the details I have.
Intellectuals keychains where it's just a ring and there's no keychain.
Yeah, the intellectuals is going to be good. Pantelis, should I unsubscribe for the yearly? No, apparently for the yearly, you don't have to unsubscribe. You go to you manage your subscriptions,
Yeah.
and it gives you the option. It shows you again your subscriptions, and you could switch it to yearly.
Wow.
Yeah, because we were having the trouble when I first did it. I was like, wait, how do people send me messages? They're like, I want to switch to yearly. How do I do it? And I was like, fuck, that's a great question. But you do it, and then it takes 15% off. So like, and then I realized that why it's a good deal, because if let's say you're an audio VIP, it's $3, but with the percentage off, your year comes to like $30. So that's like if you were a producer for 1 month basically,
Yeah.
but you pay for the whole year.
Yeah.
So it's smart.
Very nice. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, whatever helps build everything up and it's easy. I prefer the yearly. It's so much smarter.
Yeah, it always is.
Yeah.
I just thought of something. I wanted to open this week, but I can't find my chef.
Your chef at the restaurant is just lost?
My chef has disappeared.
Is that like how long have you been looking for him?
It's about a week and a half.
And yeah, Silver, for the record, Silver and Gold, you were the first actual person to ask me about it directly. Silver and Gold has been asking since January for a yearly subscription to Patreon. And
you didn't have it?
They didn't have it. They didn't have it available. And as soon as I got the email, they said, now we have a yearly subscription. I was one of the first. Mike, I don't know if Mike switched over yet. Like I texted Mike, I go, I'm already switching over because people have been asking, save money, this and that. So I don't know if he switched over to the French one. But yeah.
But yeah, so he's not around. And I know that the other day my dad was at the restaurant and some like biker dude came looking for the chef.
So you think he owes money?
I think he might be dead.
Well, no, if the biker dude was looking for him, that means that he's still on the run. He hasn't
Well,
been.
why isn't he answering my calls? Because I'm the call that gives him money.
Well, no, here's the thing. He might be like completely under the radar.
Yeah, because
The thing is,
Because why would he? If the biker came there, that means that the biker knows where he works.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, well, then why would he pick up the phone?
Exactly.
You could be with the biker, and you could be calling him. You could be like, "Yo, there's a biker here looking for you."
Well,
That guy's gone, bro. You want to hire a pizza chef? I got one for you right here.
I want to pay him, and no, it's not a pizza chef. It's the,
sorry,
guy who does the Italian stuff.
I thought you were asking for a piece of shit. That's why I was pointing at this guy. I misheard.
No, Poseidon. We'll find something good for him to do there. I need. Anyway, it's fine. So by the end of the week, I should be.
up and running. Oh,
Good.
very nice.
You excited?
No.
Why? Nervous?
No, I'm fine. It's because I know there's still a lot of work to be done. This
I know
week.
it's a pain in the ass. Yeah.
Tedious work, but other than that, we're good. It's so clean and parallel, beautiful. Looks great.
Yeah. No, you
Tables look
honestly,
great. Everything looks great.
kudos to you. You've done a very good job.
Yeah.
It just took forever.
It took forever.
Yeah.
But hey,
Anywho. So, Guids, are you going to come to the Bordel tonight to watch the show or no? You got shit to do.
I'd like to. I'm not sure if it's if it's wise for me to do so. I should probably be doing something productive. But I think I might because I want to give him that that members only.
Oh, the jacket.
that's
Wait,
been in my
Derek
car.
says, Sam, taxation is theft. At worst, it should be a fixed low rate, no more than 15%. Otherwise, some sort of government is needed. The thing is that it has to be limited with a constitution. Yeah, I agree with you. Of course, taxation is theft. Yeah.
Apparently, there was a study done. You know what percentage of taxing we need in
Tell
order to keep the base infrastructure, hospitals, all that shit?
Yeah.
7% at the point of sale.
Is that why Alberta has 7%? Yeah.
That's all it needs.
Well,
That's
do you
all we need.
know? Do you know where most of our money goes? If you look at it, like here in Quebec, where we pay so much, we also have the most elected officials,
And
so
to
we gotta
the-
pay these guys.
And to the mafia.
Yeah, it's all fucked up. Yo, what's up, Montreal Anglos? Moniz Ducoutu is here. Silver and Gold's having a good time in the chat, laughing. Sam Sidewalk, and it is 0 if you know how to do it. Yeah, well, no. Look, here's the thing. I believe that the way things are, because not everyone's winning, shit goes wrong. I believe in a form of tax, just so that we have a form of safety net for people.
Yeah.
Like I want to get to the point where in cities like, let's say Montreal, New York, any advanced city, I don't think there should be any kids going to school hungry. You know, they had put it up here. We talked about this. The percentage here was super high about kids that were going to school in Montreal hungry.
That's unacceptable.
Unacceptable. The first thing, instead of a new bike path, should be that, to make sure that no kid, give kids the opportunity, you know what I mean? Make sure they're fed, they get the opportunity so that they could create a better life for themselves. There's a tent city. You heard about it? The tent city that's getting bigger and bigger every day here in Montreal.
Ever since
Are you
the
serious?
COVID money, people
Yeah,
are...
Alex sees that every day on the way to work. He goes, dude, it's getting bigger and bigger.
It's
Where
like
is this?
East of
Lachine,
old
around there,
Montreal
no?
or something.
Yeah.
Really?
It's people that could not afford their rent anymore, COVID, and after July 1st.
We're not talking about 10 people. We're talking about it's a tent city.
It's like LA. LA looks like that.
Yeah, Skid Row.
Not Skid Row. Literally, LA looks like that now.
That's funny.
No, seriously. It's not like it used to be just Skid
I
Row.
haven't been there.
No, it's
I haven't
like,
been there in COVID
It's
times.
like
to tell
on
you.
Lackady, any piece of grass, there's a tent and there's normal people there.
So-
it's not even homeless anymore. It's normal looking people living in a tent.
Well, they're normal people who are
where?
homeless.
Yeah.
Where?
In LA, all over LA.
Forget it, because he's
Okay,
jumping his
yeah,
mind.
yeah,
You know how it
okay.
works.
But
We're talking about here,
in
downtown.
Montreal, yeah.
And the mayor has not come out to say anything about it.
No, she wrote a book.
She wrote a. She's spending her time doing other stuff.
She's writing a children's
She's
book.
destroyed downtown again to close more businesses. Now you saw what happened downtown, Mount Royal, all that stuff with the new bike pass, and they closed for
Bro,
cars.
Mount Royal Street?
While people have lost enough money to be homeless, she's making sure that other businesses close down too, so more people don't have any money. Psychotic shit, bro.
This is
Psychotic.
infuriating.
Yeah.
They've
I
closed down
drove-
Mount Royal Street from Park Avenue all the way into the east, up until the fucking Olympic Stadium, bro.
9 p.m. I was driving on Saint Laurent and Sherbrooke going north. Dead. Do you remember what this street looked like?
Yeah, it was jamming. Yeah.
Dead.
Winnipeg,
Dead, bro.
Tobias says Winnipeg right now has 3 tent villages.
How is this normal, bro? How? And apparently the CDC came
Socialism.
out. And apparently the
I don't
CDC,
know what it is.
Hold on. So the CDC came
Very
out.
socialist, eh?
Yeah, the CDC came out saying that only 6% of the supposed COVID deaths were due to strictly COVID.
What?
The CDC came out saying that only about 6% of the deaths related to
COVID were actually COVID?
were actually because of COVID that
Well,
killed
yeah,
those people.
somebody
Well,
gets
we've been
into a
through.
car accident and then
We've
it
been through
happens-
this. We know this by
but now it's
personal
confirmed. They
experience.
changed it on their website.
But
They changed it on their website now.
I think
that's
most
interesting.
people are looking at their phones and looking at their laptops, but they're not actually looking outside.
Yeah.
I think that's what's happening.
No,
I think
it's
the
not just that.
mayor-
It's also you think you don't want to believe that, especially here, dude. Half your money goes to taxes. You do not want to believe that half your money goes to taxes,
unacceptable.
and that right now we have a tent city. People are still the person that's in charge here, the mayor, is just purposely fucking up the city businesses, just creating a darker future for us. You don't want to believe it. You don't, because they're useless, bro. They're not curing any problems. This lady's not curing any fucking problems
she got voted in
on the promise of change. Yeah, like everybody does.
She was a woman.
No, but on the promise to change. In the beginning, I was optimistic too. I felt for
kinda
all that
liked
stuff.
her in the
Yeah, I was
beginning.
like, you know what? It would be nice to get someone who's not a politician. No, it doesn't.
And all these bike paths they've built, they don't even use them. The other day I was driving
I know.
on Jerry, bro, and I honked at somebody who was in the middle of the lane, and he screamed at me, bro. I wanted to get on my car, bro.
You're not
Throw
a
him
car.
off the bike.
Yeah, go on the fucking bike lane. What are you doing?
You know the
But
big,
there was no bike lane on that road.
Bixie
so
bikes
take a
have-
road that has a bike lane.
We've had Bixies for 10 years. I still think they don't make money.
I don't know. I don't
They
know how
don't-
any of this
Well,
shit.
that's why Telus got rid of them. I think Telus owned them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
now
tell-
Fizz has them. It's
Look,
still-
the point is whether they make money or not, that's their business decision. All what I care about right now is that we cannot allow this many people, if we weren't paying taxes, okay, there's no money for you guys. What do you want me to do? But the fact that we're paying this much taxes, we cannot have kids homeless. We can't have people as if it's normal living in tent. No, you got, what the fuck's going on, man? Instead, how about all those millions of dollars that ran out to shut down downtown and to put those fucking bike paths? Why don't you spend it for fucking rent subsidies for these fucking people so they wouldn't have to be homeless? It's way better spent keeping these people alive and then able in a few months to contribute than to destroy them, get them out of society, and put them in fucking tents. That's horrible.
Yeah, but that's socialism and communism,
most
bro.
people
Look at
don't
Cuba.
even know what's available to them. I've been driving up and down in my neighborhood for 40 years, okay?
Yeah.
I only last week noticed a giant building. I said it looked like a high school. And it's Centre Communautaire of my neighborhood.
There's a community center.
And I'm like, I didn't even know this fucking place existed.
You know what place I don't know what it does? I don't know if it's a social... You know, right next to Lado, connected in the same schoolyard?
Yeah.
There's like that long building. What is that thing?
I thought that was part of the school.
It's not part of the school because I went to that school, but I remember when I was in school there,
What the
because I
fuck?
wouldn't live in that neighborhood.
What is that?
Kids would go there after school. They would do stuff like activities and
Yeah.
shit. What is it? It's like a social club for
How
kids. I have
come
no idea.
nobody tells me that?
There used to be something de la rue, basically keeping kids off the street.
Oh yeah, like
Program.
after
It's
school
called
programs. That's
Don
good. Those are good programs. Look, man, there's a lot of...
Father Joe Walsh.
I remember I had went once. They have pool tables, ping pong tables. They have video game consoles. People play video games.
I like that kind of stuff. Dude, I'm all... Trust me, dude, I'm all for that kind of stuff.
It's a place like that
Yeah.
that to this day Kevin Smith says created Kevin Smith.
No, you
He
need...
was in a place, an after-school place, hung out there, and that's where he met his buddy, and that's where he became Kevin Smith.
Especially the way society is now, where parents, you got to work a lot, so a lot of times they're not home. I'd rather have kids being productive, meeting with other kids and doing fun stuff instead of at home bored and doing stupid shit. Do you know what I mean?
There was a section for all the kids. There was a section for people who want to read books, people who want to play video games, you want to watch a movie, you want to hang out, just socialize. There was
I love that shit.
Okay, what has been good since COVID? There must be some positive. Video game sales.
Oh,
went
well,
up.
did you see that where they found all those missing kids 2 days ago? Was it the FBI that...
that was...
Operation Not Forgotten?
Where was that?
Somewhere in the States. That's amazing.
I saw... Hold on, I have it.
I sent it on my... it's on my fan page.
A bunch of pedophiles got nailed. And
Traffickers, but a lot of kids, not like one or two, and apparently it's an ongoing thing.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, that's some good news.
So see, good stuff. There must be some, a lot of families just started to get to know each other. Literally.
Yeah, because they had time.
So that's not bad.
Oh, it was in Georgia, Stick World Mayor's thing.
Yeah.
That's amazing, dude.
I've been to Georgia.
Yeah?
First place I drank out of a mason jar before the hipsters started. I was at a truck stop, and we put gas, and we decided to eat something, and they served us in a jar.
Silver and Gold's asking if kids are going back to school in Canada. I believe they are, yeah. And I'm not going to talk for all of Canada because everybody's doing their own thing. But here in Montreal, they are, and it's causing a lot of turmoil. Yeah. A lot of people are on different sides of this.
I know that there's a shortage of teachers that say, "Fuck it, I don't want to go back."
I don't want to go back. Parents, some parents are really pissed off. It's causing a lot of concern.
Rather than the kids going from class to class, the kids don't move, the teachers move.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. If someone has it, you're all going to get it. One school apparently panicked because they opened, I think, on Friday, and they sent everyone home because one kid's parent had COVID-19. So they sent, and then now I think the government said you guys overreacted.
Man, people gotta chill the fuck out, bro. Like this isn't a fucking...
No, but you know what? In their defense, I'll say one thing. In their defense, you cannot spew propaganda, the fear of God, put it in people, and then be surprised when they panic. Do you understand?
100% true.
Same thing I'm saying right now with the Black Lives Matter thing. You cannot go around telling people, hey man, if they're white, they're going to shoot you. Cops are going to shoot you because you can't put that in people and then be surprised when they break shit and they're fucking scared. You can't be surprised when the fucking media has been feeding this shit for years. You can't be surprised.
Yeah,
you can't blame like they're bad guys. They came out of nowhere. No, dude, you're feeding into that shit. People panic. Because if you panic, aren't you going to do crazy shit depending on what level of panic it is?
Well, yeah, you have
if some guy walks in here, you don't know that we planned this, but he comes in with an AK to kill us. Are you going to sit there and laugh, or are you going to try, fucking freak out, throw something at him, try to jump out the window? Because you're going to panic, right? Even if it's not real, because I told you it is. Same thing. That's what they're doing.
That's exactly what's happening.
You told them you could die, your kids could die. We don't know how dangerous it is, teachers. So then when they're like, but bring your kids here, it's safe. Well, hold on a second. You just told me that my kid could die, or if he doesn't, he's giving it to me and I'll die, or my parent will die. So how the fuck do you want me to be on board with sending my kid when you told me a month ago that they're all going to die?
Yeah, it looks like the government has to chill the fuck out.
That's why I backed away from it, from media. Exactly that.
Dude, it makes you fucking, because dude, they're selling fucking fear. They don't have,
Yeah. I remember too, bro.
and they're scared of podcasts. That's the other thing. You notice with
I'm
Joe
telling
Rogan,
you, man. I'm
every
telling you.
time
That's
he
why
does
he's gonna
something,
get, all his friends got nailed. And
yeah,
they're going after
it's like
him
they're going
next.
after Rogan and everything he does. Like right now, his new studio, by the way, his studio's fucking pimp. I think you one in Texas. Every time, instead of being like, "Oh shit, look at what he did," they're like, "Fucking right wing podcaster, Joe Rogan."
But he's not.
He's not right.
He wanted Bernie Sanders to be president.
Yeah, I don't think he would anymore because
I
Bernie
mean-
said some crazy shit since then.
But he's
yeah,
not,
yeah,
I
no,
don't think he's
not.
right wing. I think
No,
he's
bro.
himself. And that's the point, is that he hasn't picked a side.
Yeah, well, you can't pick a side fully because you have different, like they can change their stance. Like, what does it mean if you're, let's say you're like, oh, I'm a Republican. Well, what if the guy in charge of the Republicans decides to do something that you're against? No, you have values that might lean more towards this, lean more towards that. That's you. Everyone's individual. I don't like this whole group shit mentality.
I don't like it either. That's
We're all comics. If I find out that a comic, like you, let's say I find out you're raping people, I'm not gonna be like, well, he's a comic. It's what we do. No, I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm against that. Just because a comic ain't did it doesn't make it right. And Brian Callen, that you mentioned it, they fucked him over.
yeah.
I understand there's no due process, there's no court, no nothing, and he lost everything.
He had a show. He was supposed to do a TV show with Chris D'Elia. Isn't that weird?
Oh, I didn't know that. That would have been funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they went but there's guys like Seth Simons, these people who couldn't make it as comedians, they were just garbage.
They're the ones hunting.
They're the
down.
ones hunting down, but they fake it. They take stuff out of context purposely. They know what they're doing. And then he even tweeted last time. He's like, he cancels. He's like, oh, nice. Another comedian canceled. And he was all happy. This guy's a fucking loser. Imagine
What a
being
pussy.
so shit at doing anything. In his case, it's comedy. That you're angry at everyone else that was able to make it.
But
I've met Brian
what a
Callen
little
and Chris
bitch.
D'Elia. Brian Callen was nice. Chris D'Elia was okay. But then again, I'm not a woman, right? So,
What do you mean, looks wise?
no, I mean, as a person, Chris, he remembered me every year. He was all right. He was a
Oh,
nice
really?
guy.
I didn't have the best time with like meeting Chris D'Elia, but I mean, I don't care. It's not.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that I'm against him or anything. I'm all for due process, man. If you're guilty and you did some crazy shit, like Bill Cosby, I'm not.
Yeah.
It's not because I didn't like his humor and his attitude that I want this guy to be in jail. The reason why I think it's okay that he's in jail is because he raped fucking 60 people.
The serial rapist, terrible, awful, die.
Oh, by the way, there was doing a counter protest, if you saw in Chicago, where they were asking to free R. Kelly last week.
Oh my god, I saw that, bro. I was losing my mind, bro. I was like, "This okay, no."
It's a comedy sketch, bro.
But it's 100% R. Kelly's guilty, right?
100% he's guilty, bro. This guy didn't. This guy had a cult.
There was a video of him fucking
I
underage
remember
women.
I was younger than you when the video was out. Like, that's how long we've been talking about R. Kelly with the fucking underage girl.
Guido wasn't the 17-year-old girl. Maybe that's why. Yeah, if you were a 17-year-old girl, D'Elia would have acted differently towards you.
No, but I did see Chris. I did see him go upstairs with a fucking knockout.
Yeah, of course, dude. He's successful.
Like
He's-
she looked
it's-
like she was 20
Yeah,
something.
yeah, it's par for the course.
She
Well,
wasn't 17.
fine.
She
No.
was hanging out with the fucking bachelorettes from Montreal. Bro,
you keep mentioning this shit. I'm telling you, dude. I don't know anything about that. I don't watch those shows, so I don't know who they are. I don't know that.
Whatever.
I don't even know French
it
celebrities
doesn't
here.
matter.
You know who I discovered used to pick up all kinds of broads, bro? Who was the guy in Casino, the short guy?
Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci,
He
bro.
was banging Naomi
Bro,
Campbell, bro.
he was
This
Joe
guy,
Pesci.
bro. This guy has been banging 25, 28, whatever.
Remember Niv Campbell?
Broads, bro.
Yeah, from Scream.
Yeah, she was in. What was that Canadian show? Catwalk.
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Wow.
Bro, it just popped
What
in my head.
What a shit good show.
But what a weird thing to pop in my head right now. Yeah, do you remember that shit? That was what got her start, and then she
And
did.
then she got Scream.
Scream, and then she did Wild Things.
Wild Things was the best movie.
Wild Things was a
with
crazy
Charlie
movie.
Sheen's wife. Right?
Yeah, that's exactly it. I saw it in. Do you remember what was that movie theater on St. Catherine? The 250. It was $2.50.
It was the Palace.
It was Palace. Do you remember
There was
that?
the Palace and the Lowe's.
Do you remember the Palace?
The Imperial. The Imperial, I watched Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Because Palace, I think, had movies after they were in the theater, so they were in the theaters for their run.
Like the Cary Square.
Like the Cary Square does now, and then they were cheaper there, Poseidon. But you watch them after. Sometimes they were even on DVD or video, and you could watch them there. But it was only like $2.50.
But those movie
So,
theaters
yeah.
with the nice marquee, they don't exist anymore.
They don't
I think
exist,
there's
yeah.
the Rialto has that old marquee, and Cinema Beau Bien is the last of the old marquees.
I love the marquees. I think
Yeah.
marquee is nice.
Now,
I've been lucky. I got to do some stuff when they still had marquees. I got to see my name on
on a marquee,
on
that's the
marquee.
whole
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, the first time I saw it, I was like, "Oh shit, I can't fuck this up."
The Rialto fucked up when they put tables. That was it. When if the Rialto was an old theater like
Yeah.
it would have still been better. And they got to put on that marquee free parking.
Because they have free parking. Oh, but it's valet, right?
They have valet.
But I don't trust those valets.
I'd much rather give the money to the Rialto than to the Da Vinci Center.
No, I'm just saying I don't trust them with my car and where they're going to park. I remember the Palace, Olga says. So yeah, I'm not crazy. Yeah, it was Palace. That's what
and
it
then
was.
the Lowe's was
That I
another
don't
one.
remember.
The Lowe's was on a side street. The one near McGill College.
The only stuff is it became the Scotiabank Theater, but that used to be called the Paramount. Remember?
It was Eaton Center. It was called Eaton Center, and the movie theater was upstairs
Yeah.
where the museum is.
Yeah.
It was called Eaton Center, and it was Famous Players.
Famous Players, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. Dude, Poseidon, this was before your time. This was.
And then
I
there
don't
was
remember
you were in elementary school when I was
saw
going down there.
Midnight Run at the Faubourg
The Faubourg.
was the movie theater in Le Faubourg, which is Little China, Lebanon now.
Oh, by the way, so the CDC, I think, came out, or the WHO last week, and they said that they no longer. Because remember, they were recommending that you quarantine for 2 weeks if you travel
yeah.
It's 10
outside of
days now.
state. Yeah, they said we don't recommend that anymore. It's not necessary.
It's 10 days.
But my question is, so what the fuck changed?
So wait, I could go next week to the States and not have to fucking hide for 10 days?
Yeah,
Exactly.
basically.
Because I got to go.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
shit to do. I could go?
Yeah, and you can come back. You don't have to crawl under a fucking cave.
All right, so that's good.
If you know what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna see because I was supposed to go to Crowder like a long time ago, right? Just start just guest on the show, and I didn't fly down because the whole government wasn't letting me and shit. But now that it's opening up, I might during the debates maybe it'll be fun for me
My
to go down
friend
there.
who wants to move here from France told me that the borders are closed till September 30th.
Maybe internationally,
Well,
not U.S. Canada.
I got to find that out. That's that. If this is good, I'm going to New York Tuesday.
And Canada and some countries in Europe, it's open also.
Well, you said, people who went to Greece. There's all
Yeah.
kinds of people on vacation.
Well, everybody fucked off and went to Greece. Some of them are unlucky and they're forced when they got there, but this was like last month, to quarantine for 2 weeks. Now, if you're only there for 3 weeks and you're forced to quarantine for 2 weeks, you just
I'll
fucked your
lose-
vacation.
Yeah, but
Lose
let's
my
be
shit.
honest. A
Bro.
Greek that goes to Greece for vacation.
Did you see the guys that got caught? The
What?
government,
No, I
the
didn't
government
see.
doesn't play
Yeah, but
games,
dude,
bro.
man,
Really?
Yeah. You know why
Sadly,
you don't play games? Because I'm not saying that it's right or wrong. It's just that they're told. Here's the thing. It's like with doctors too. You know what you're taught. They're told this is what you have to do to keep your people safe. So when you don't comply, right? They don't see it as it's a dumb rule. You know what I mean? Whatever. Don't worry about it. Nothing changes. They see it as you're trying to harm people. You're gonna harm. That's the issue.
Oh, shit.
They see it like you drunk driving. They see it
Right.
as that you're putting people in danger. So that's what you have to remember. It's the same thing I'm looking at with the people fighting. I'm trying my best to meet in the middle and try to rationalize everything.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to discuss with someone when they think that they're right, even though they're wrong, because they think they're doing the right thing. The religious fanatics, ISIS. You know
Yeah.
the problem is with ISIS. They don't believe they're bad guys.
That's
Speaking
the
of
problem with
ISIS.
everybody in a war.
Yeah,
They think
but
they're
that's
on
the
good
issue.
team.
That's the issue. They think they're on the right team. They think that cutting the heads off, destroying statues, basically doing what fucking what Antifa's doing now.
Yeah.
They think that they're in the right to destroy history, all that. They think they're in the right,
Yeah, but they're not.
but they're not. But to rationalize with them is very difficult. It's more difficult with ISIS because their backdrop is it's what God would have wanted.
Did you ever see what Iran looked like before the Ayatollah?
Oh, everybody keeps mentioning this, dude. Iran, Syria,
Dude, it looked like
Egypt,
Paris. It looked like it was the
Iraq.
most beautiful women in the world.
They were so advanced, nice places, modern places, and it was in the late 70s they started to get fucked over. But this was all because Russia and the States were fighting their proxy wars.
Yeah.
They fucked that whole place up. Yeah, they were. It's like they went in a time machine.
They
were
went back 100 years.
Yeah,
no joke.
They were like everyone else on the same level.
were
They
advanced.
were living in the 20th century.
They were Europe.
Yeah, they were Europe. They were secular, and then bam.
Yeah.
God damn,
Radicalized.
that's how it happens, eh?
Yeah.
But speaking of these fucking extremists,
Yeah.
you know the guy Omar Khadr that they gave 10 million. One of the conditions came with he can't leave the country at all,
Obviously, he's a terrorist,
right? Now he's going back to court
Yeah. So he could leave.
so he could be able to leave the country with the money, could do whatever he
And
wants.
it's gonna slip right through the cracks.
Yeah, he's gonna do it. Trudeau's gonna bend over. Trudeau's
I'm gonna
Trudeau's gonna blow him goodbye.
I'm gonna applaud his lawyer. I'm gonna applaud that man.
Yeah. That's crazy, yeah.
That's insane, bro.
I
This
know,
guy's
it's not-
$10 million, bro.
doesn't make
Just have
sense.
fun here, bro.
No, not have fun here. I like that here. The problem isn't that they
No,
gave him.
but-
People were mad not because he got $10 million. People
Wait,
were
give
mad
them-
that
fill them in.
he
Wasn't
got
he
$10
a
million after
9/11?
killing our
Yeah.
allies and fighting against Canada and all
He
that.
was
Yeah.
part of Al Qaeda.
Yeah.
He was a 9/11 sympathizer, right? And our
But because he was young at the time, he was like 15. I think he was.
brainwashed. But so he,
So
Oh no, I'm not saying he's right. I think what we did to give money was completely insane.
yeah, 100%.
I'm
I
just
agree.
saying that's what their defense is.
okay, so he would be our equivalent of the kid that was with John Allen Muhammad going in the trunk of a car shooting people, right?
Yeah.
What happened to that kid? He's in jail for the rest of his life.
What happened to the Washington shooters? You remember
That's
that?
it. That's
the
what I said.
Washington D.C. snipers.
Okay, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
the DC sniper.
The DC sniper. There was one kid that was 15 years old, just like Mark Kadir. What happened to him? The DC sniper, the first guy, he
I don't
got
know,
killed.
but that was back in 2002, right?
Yeah, he was killed. John Allen Muhammad was lethal injected. Now the kid who was being influenced by this guy, where is he?
I don't know, but hold on. Let's see.
He didn't get $10 million.
I just want to see something. Flat Cat had some issues with the sound here. I don't know if YouTube's fucking with us. It's all good on our end here. The sound's going through, and we haven't changed it. We haven't pressed any buttons.
Why are we having such a serious discussion?
Yeah, seriously. You know why? Because the world is so fucking serious.
No.
Let me talk to you about the baptism.
Yes,
Okay.
please
Okay,
tell
go
me
ahead,
about.
go
And
ahead.
and I wanted to ask you before.
Yeah.
In my experience, usually Greek priests, did he look like Santa Claus
He did, yes.
before he became Santa Claus? Like he had dark hair and long beard and fat?
No, he
Was
had
wearing
white.
Okay, he looked like Santa Claus. They always look like Santa Claus.
He was, but the kid, it's funny because the kid was getting angry. Obviously, when I was holding him and I was like freaking out because I also didn't get there was no prep for us. So I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. So my friend who is like the assistant of the priest there, he's like, he's like winking at me, like, do this, like, okay, take your jacket off, do that, So he's telling me what to do. And I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Like I'm trying to figure it out. The kid's screaming. I'm trying to hold the kid. I'm looking at the kid. I'm like, God. So I'm focused on the kid. And then the priest, I'm supposed to repeat after him. And then he's like talking louder. He's like, you're supposed to repeat after me. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm trying to do two things at once. And I was nervous because I felt bad because the kid was crying hysterically. The kid did not want to be there.
They always do.
But I understand why though. Because in the kid's mind, his parents are right there.
And he's getting drowned.
No, this was before the drowning, but his parents, they didn't drown him, but his parents are right there. He sees his parents. He's like, they're walking distance from me, but they're not coming towards me. They're not letting me hang out with them. There's a man dressed as a wizard yelling at me.
Yeah, that's what he looks like. He looks like Harry Potter's friend.
Yeah, he's like, what the fuck is happening? So me, I felt bad, and the priest was in a bad mood too. He was speeding through everything. He was doing one of those.
His blood sugar was dropping.
Every time, okay, now we gotta change the kid. While we're doing that stuff, you could hear him. Like, he's like, I'm in charge. He was yelling at the other guy. He's like, I'm the boss here, no one else. So he's all getting angry.
Oh my God.
And I was like, is he mad at me? Like, did I do something that I wasn't fucking supposed to? Like, I'm just following along. But then he was happy with me, the priest in there, because he grabbed my hair. He's like, I like your fucking hair. I was like, you're goddamn right, you do.
Yeah, I gotta say that the Greek priests, they really go with the long hair vibe.
Yeah, they like it.
They
Yeah.
do, but this was years ago. They used to take up the whole church for a baptism. Now it's like there's
Well, now we were like 20 people.
10
'cause-
baptisms going on in the corner, and they just it's like a conveyor belt, just next. It's not
Well, now it's because of the COVID shit too. Not that they keep like. I was like, I have to fucking wear this. I don't
was
wanna
this in
have-
Laval or Park X?
Park X, bro?
What
When I
happened to
was,
the church that burned down?
That's the church we did it at.
Yeah.
Okay, so they rebuilt it.
Yeah. They
Yeah,
rebuilt
not the same though. It's definitely they siphoned a lot of that money. The Greek community really fucked that place over because
the Italian
that thing was pristine before the fire. That
Italian community gives fuck all to itself. And I think the Greek community is similar, but you guys give
no, but you
more.
guys no. We think that about you guys. We think that you guys are fucked up like us, but you give more because you look at your Leonardo da Vinci Center. As much as those people are,
Yeah, that's because it's a giant laundromat.
yeah, I know what you're saying, but still, that place is nice. There's business in there. Italians can go do stuff. Not our place.
Yeah, where's the Hellenic Association?
It's in Utramo.
Okay, but that building, like, is it like a Da Vinci? No.
It's like an old school Da Vinci, let's say, like not a
And-
modern one,
and
but they don't
our-
use it properly.
The old school Da Vinci that we have is called Casa d'Italia on Jean Talon. You ever seen how nice that place is?
No,
that
is it
place
nice?
is beautiful. That's where, literally, when you would immigrate here, they would help Italians find a job,
Yeah, so you're supposed to do.
and
Yeah.
they would have weddings in the basement.
$10. I'm having Poseidon withdrawals. He's
Poseidon
like,
talk.
Bills to send Guido home. I want Poseidon talk. Poseidon, Silver and Gold wants you to say more.
Well, I was
having-
gonna say about the baptism. When I
Yeah.
was baptized, I peed on my grandmother.
As that's what you're supposed
yeah,
to
he
do.
didn't pee or anything, but someone told me, was it Veron's kids? I don't know if they were, but someone there told me that the kid that they baptized a few months ago took a shit on the priest or something. So that's worse. Me, who was just yelling.
No, I peed on my grandmother because I don't remember why. I have video footage of it actually on VHS.
It's funny if we find out it had nothing to do with the baptism. It wasn't baptism. It was just him 3 years ago pissing
Yeah,
on
yeah,
his
he
own.
was like
no,
12.
I was like 1 year old, bro. I was a little baby.
Could you imagine, okay, the Jewish version? Imagine it's that kid, but now he's getting circumcised. They're screaming.
Fuck.
Oh my god!
Could you imagine that shit?
Because you can't
There's
distract him.
Anesthesia.
Yeah, they're
there's
chopping
nothing.
some of his penis.
They're
Yeah,
taking
bro.
the fucking foreskin off, and then like, oh my god! Could you imagine the shrieking? Fucking Jewish guys around the world screamed at the top of their lungs when they were fucking 2 months old. What a nightmare!
Fuck, bro.
Yeah,
But you
And
have
they
to
do it with their teeth, apparently.
no, not with their teeth, but apparently there's
that's I don't know if everyone
Okay.
does that. That's
it's very old school. To the rabbi would actually soak up the blood with his lips, and remember there was that they were passing around a disease a couple of years ago in the sex in Brooklyn.
Syphilis.
The
Yeah.
sect.
Oh, I heard syphilis. It was a syphilis
in the
outbreak.
corners of Brooklyn where they were literally because of that. The priest, the rabbi was passing from baby to baby.
Yeah, it was passing syphilis from baby to baby. This guy.
I heard about that. That someone said a joke about that on stage here when that was happening, and he got banned because they were saying that he was anti-Semitic or
It
something.
wasn't anti-Semitic.
But
was-
that's what his defense was.
It's
And
crazy.
That's nuts, bro.
I know Jews that thought that was crazy. What is that anti-Semitic? There's this old man who's putting his fucking lips on your kid's bleeding wound.
no, I'm not against.
That
I'm
has
with
nothing
you.
to do with Judaism. It has to do with this shouldn't happen.
Yeah, the dudes shouldn't be putting dicks on kids, or lips on kids' dicks or whatever.
Yeah, I love the Yahoods.
God damn it.
Yeah, it was syphilis because some of them, you know what they do.
I don't know what some of them who are the Jews.
Yeah.
What's he gonna say?
No, they go around banging.
Why are you stopping? You got to tell us. We don't have. There's no.
They go around banging hookers. Like it's big.
Oh, there's a known thing.
Yeah.
You know what? I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I'm going to add to what he's saying.
All right, let's do it.
I had a trainer, great trainer. Like
You're talking about Hasidic Jews.
Yes.
And he was a girlfriend he was seeing. Was,
Hold on, Poseidon. You're gonna have to take a lift. I fucked up. I have the keys to my car.
No.
Here you go. You got a bolt.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right now.
You're taking seat 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
What happened? You're leaving?
Yeah. He's gonna be back.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Fuck, I gotta pee now, bro. Too.
Bro, bolt it. Can
I pee first?
Yeah. Pee fast. The keys are the keys are in the closet for the bathroom.
A friend of mine, the trainer, was banging this this girl who sometimes would work in a massage hand job place,
Okay.
and she would have a lot of Hasidic clients.
It makes sense.
And yeah, that's it.
I look like you're dressed very Hasidic today.
No, this is not Hasidic. What am I wearing? Black overcoat. I like to dress up. It's a self.
Oh, Viron's in the chat. Yeah.
You went to a baptism. I was home, and we're dressed the same.
Seriously, yeah. I'm in baptism mode. Did you guys see the Big J got dosed with LSD? Okay.
Okay, tell me about this.
Oh, you don't know?
Skanks?
Yeah, Legion of Skanks, bro. So they had the Legion of Skanks election for president of Skankonia this week. And I don't know if you heard, but Ari Shafir had previously dosed his buddy. You want to go a little bit to that? So, yeah, perfect. He had previously dosed his buddy Bert Kreischer. You heard about this? No?
No,
Okay.
but I know them both.
So essentially what happened was during the election night when they were tallying the votes, one of the people that was vying to be president was Ari Shafir. Luis J. Gomez and someone were going to dose him.
So everyone knew this, but Big J.
No, nobody knew this. They were going to dose Ari. Nobody knew this. But Ari found out and switched the drinks beforehand.
You switched the samples.
So during the podcast, after a while, they go, haha, they start laughing. And basically Luis J. Gomez tells him, you got dosed with LSD. So he's fucking around. He's pretending he's acting the whole time like he's dosed. But what really happened is he switched it with Big J. So Big J's all weirded out. And then they're like, actually, I switched it. He's the one who got dosed.
And you could see his behavior is all weird.
Yeah. He was fucked up his whole night, apparently. But it's pretty fucking hilarious.
Did you ever mess with that?
No.
Okay, so I only tried LSD for the first time, I'm not kidding, at 38 years old.
That's too late. I think you fucked up your brain.
And the reason I did was because, do you remember? No, you didn't meet her. But anyway, I was seeing a beautiful girl who is friends with a neurologist who was a big fan of microdosing LSD.
Yeah, I keep hearing about microdosing.
And it's got to make sense. Usually when stuff's illegal, it's because it works, right? So microdosing is you just take a little bit of it on a daily basis, and it's like supposed to do like it resets your odometer. And I told her, I said, if I ever do this again, I want to do it with your neurologist. I mean, he's a neurologist. He works on the brain, and he's a fan of this. So, I mean, if a guy like that talks, you got to listen.
Yeah, but I don't know about. I feel like it fucks with your head too much. Like I don't know. I feel like you have to have experience, and I don't think that you can just throw someone in the deep end.
Well, no, but think of the alternatives. Adderall, you know,
It doesn't do the same thing.
so
as
no,
LSD.
I'm saying all these medications. Why
Yeah,
is that one has such a stigma to it? So
Well, I think because one of them makes you hallucinate.
if I would mess with it, I would love to mess with this neurologist and hear what he has to say about it.
I'm
Not
sure you'd
my
love to mess with that
psychiatrist
neurologist.
Who, falls asleep. No, but the girl, she had the same name as one of the girls that was at your show, Nayla.
Oh, Nyla.
Nyla, yeah. Anyway, but so that's it. So Big J got high.
So Silver and Gold says, try smoking frog venom. Do people smoke frog venom? Because I know that shit'll fuck you up. You know those frogs, people lick the back of the frogs and they get fucked up. Yeah, you could probably smoke anything. Oh, shit, you know a movie I watched last night? God damn it, I'm going to tell you guys. White Boy Ricky, or White Boy Rick, I believe it's called. It's on the Netflix. Matthew McConaughey is in it. Some other guy that's playing his son. Jess Sorrell says hi. Hello, Jess.
Hey, you go, mate.
Yeah.
No, don't know about it. I know that I'm supposed to watch this Christopher Nolan movie, Tenet, and I'm supposed to watch Bill and Ted.
Yeah. Oh,
And
so Flat Cat saying maybe she's old, but she doesn't find anything amusing about dosing someone. I would freak. Yeah, you can't. It has to be the right friends and the right person. You can't dose the wrong person.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. Like even Poseidon would not be the right person to dose.
Even though you would think.
You would think, but no, because Poseidon already with weed, Poseidon gets paranoid and starts freaking out.
So with LSD, he probably might harm himself.
He might harm himself to someone else. It would be too much. So you kind of have to know your limits.
You could dose me.
No, I wouldn't. Are you crazy?
I'm saying.
You were in the loony bin 2 weeks ago.
I know, but I'm saying I've built a tolerance.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. No, but there's some friends that I could do it to.
Could you dose Mike?
No, I wouldn't dose Mike. I wouldn't dose anybody who is as busy or more than I am. Because you got shit to do, dude. That shit, it's not like a 20-minute thing. Do you know what I mean?
But we all have, it is a couple hours.
Yeah, like me, I got a lot of shit to do. So if somebody would dose me, like me out of commission for a day, fucks up my business.
But let me tell you, when I did it a couple of years ago, it was like on Wolf of Wall Street when he thought they were duds. Because I'd already had, this medication in my system. And I think the medication that was already in my system it didn't work.
Or they were duds.
Yeah. Or I've been on a high ever since.
Strains in Game says that he did LSD for the first time when he was 16 years old, and it was really too young. Yeah.
Well, I'm a big believer in the only smoke weed after 21 because I'm convinced that it affected me on the long term. I smoked weed at 16, 17, and I'm that 1 in 4 people whose wiring got rewired.
I have a buddy. I haven't seen him in a couple of years. Actually, I'm gonna text someone about him after the podcast. Just curious to see what he's doing because he's not even on social media. He's one of those people that never got into like the internet realm.
Geniuses, you mean?
He's not a genius. Yeah, I know what you mean. So he started. He was I think the youngest person I ever met that smoked weed. I think he was smoking weed when we were in elementary school.
Yeah. So the long-term effects. There we go.
He was. I remember we used to joke about it in high school, but now that I realize, that was fucked up. Very, very slow, like a movie. Like, huh? What?
So
he was like that, but at all times of the day. It wasn't like when he became like that the whole time. I don't know what he's doing now.
So he couldn't bring himself to even begin to understand how to turn on a computer.
No. Get the fuck out of here. Are you crazy?
So
Never.
He's probably doing manual labor somewhere.
Yeah, I'm just curious to see how he is too. Silver and Gold's like, just don't do LSD. You ever done shrooms?
Yeah, I love them.
I did shrooms only once. It was the greatest night of my life.
It was the laughs, man. Dude, we walked from Mount Royal to Gouin. It started with soccer. It's going to finish with soccer. Oh, it's fucking great, man. It's some good times.
But then again, there's people who have horror stories, so I don't know. Silver and Gold says, you know what, though? The votes are in.
The right people.
Silver and Gold says mushrooms rock also, so...
they're fucking great.
Yeah.
And they grow in cow shit.
Well, the thing is, I've only did it once, and it was years ago, and I can't see myself doing it again just because when I did it, it lasted from like around midnight to like 7 a.m.
What you do is you got to be in a chalet up
north.
north.
That's like a big commitment.
It's got to be in New Year's. Go to
Yeah.
New Year's, chalet, friends,
Yeah.
pop at 11. It's that. You can't do it like now.
No, that's insane.
You'll ruin your day.
Yeah.
And tomorrow you'll stay in bed all day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it'll fuck
No,
up
no.
everything.
But mushrooms are fantastic.
Oh, Flat Cat was doing acid. Flat Cat said, I stopped all forms of acid after college. Yeah, I wouldn't do acid and shit like that. Yeah. Eric says his father's a psychiatrist and one of his colleagues was trying it on himself.
Is Eric the father psychiatrist in Montreal? Because I urgently
He
need
would
to
try
speak.
it on himself if he was giving it to his patients.
That's great. That's like
Yeah.
the neurologist. But
Yeah.
is this guy here?
Yeah, it's here. It's Eric Plant. He's
Eric, I
French Canadian.
urgently need your a referral to your dad. I'm not even kidding. Get my number.
Yeah, if your dad wants to freak the fuck out,
I'm not kidding.
listen to
I
this
mean
guy's
it.
stories.
I mean it.
Let's see. Ecstasy is by far my favorite. Never done that either.
What is the difference between ecstasy and the pure form of ecstasy? They're going to say what it is right now. MDMA?
Yeah, that shit. I don't know.
That's the
There
pure
was a
form.
documentary I was watching on Netflix about. By the way, I have a question. Did you? I don't know if it ever went mainstream because it came out like last month. Did you guys see that documentary series on Netflix? I forgot what the fuck it was called, where they were going around the world to different they were showing off different drugs, and how the cartels make it and all that.
Drugs Inc.
Is it Drugs Inc?
Yeah, on National Geographic Channel.
And they went to like Africa.
And
they went to
speak
all these.
the guy in a mask.
Yeah,
goes,
yeah, that
I'm
guy,
a
that
drug
guy.
dealer.
Yeah, okay. So I have a question for that. Do you guys not think this is fucking retarded? They're like, yeah, it's very secure. We kill people. They can't know what we're doing. But you're saying this to a reporter in front of a camera. You fucking dummy. We're videotaping you go across the water. Like, what is wrong with these people? They're like, nobody can know. This is a top secret, except for you guys on
Well,
Netflix.
Money talks. I think National Geographic probably gave them like, here, you talk to us, here's $5,000 cash. That's what it is.
It's like the cartels in Mexico never speak to journalists, and then it literally cuts to them speaking to a journalist.
The godfather of Mexico went to jail because he liked a chick and he spoke to Sean Penn. Everybody wants the fame.
El Chapo.
El Chapo, man. What
chick did he like?
I don't know. There was some actress that was working with, and through her, he was going to meet her, and that's how he got nailed.
Yeah, I
El
know
Chapo
that.
got nailed because he spoke to Sean Penn.
I know that Sean Penn is a rat. I know that his days are numbered because of that. Yeah.
Do you know who one of the first famous people to do that was? I just read that yesterday. Everybody always talks about Sophia Loren.
Okay.
Right? But the other Italian actress from the big, Moses movies was Gina Lollobrigida, and she was most famous for interviewing Fidel Castro.
Oh yeah, Fidel Castro did interviews. Yeah,
And she was the first one to do
Fidel Castro is not in hiding. El Chapo was strange to see that.
that. Yeah, that was where the fuck is Sean Penn?
Do you know what I mean? That's like if it's like
Sean
they
Penn-
had like after 9/11, like, and now we have this exclusive CNN Osama bin Laden interview.
By Screech.
Yeah, exactly. That would be fucking weird.
Do you know why Sean Penn has that attitude? Because his father was blacklisted. So he grew up with a father who was, when they were naming communists,
Yeah.
Father Leo Penn couldn't work anymore. He was a director and fucking lost it. So Sean Penn grew
That
up
was
with
McCarthyism.
Sean Penn grew up, De Niro movie, Guilty by Suspicion.
Okay.
Sean Penn grew up with a father who had no work and had to go work in Europe under another name just to put food on the table. So that's why Sean Penn has a fucking chip on his shoulder for this shit.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
That is interesting though.
So imagine if that happened with your dad, So that's why he is the way he is.
No, I'm just saying, if he's the way he is, why did he rat out El Chapo?
Because he kills people.
No, I know, but you just said that because the government kills people too.
No, but what he did was when Hurricane Katrina, he's like, I'm going by myself.
Yeah.
He doesn't trust anybody and has to see things for himself. It's
I
like
know,
a
but then
doubting
he
Thomas.
ratted him out. He doesn't trust anyone, and now no one can trust him either.
Well, he probably ratted him out because the FBI showed up at his door and put a gun to his head.
Maybe.
We don't know that.
Yeah. You know what? I'll give you that.
Yeah, we don't know. We only know what the news.
Let's see. I would have committed suicide. He goes, if you did what? Oh, I did MDMA every 30 days. That was enough to
That
make me
can't be
stop.
good.
That can't be good. Yeah.
That's pure ecstasy with no filler.
The sick, Rhonda Reed says, the sick demon rats torture babies to get adrenochrome. So about this adrenochrome thing.
So this is where you go get the juice of a baby to stay young?
Can someone, if someone actually knows in the chat, what exactly is it? Because I keep hearing two different things. keeping is just something that's in the blood of little kids if they have a peak of adrenaline. If you guys know what that is, just write in the chat so I can see. Go try Devil's Breath, Guido Silver and Gold says. It's the craziest drug ever. But all that craziest drug thing...
Is he talking about scopolamine?
No, he's talking about Devil's Breath. But do you remember that other thing? What was it? What was it called? The gator thing? What was it called? Alligator, whatever the fuck.
Okay, crocodile.
Crocodile.
It's the like poor man's heroin in Russia.
Yeah, apparently everyone was dying.
And you see the couple, well, they can this. Yeah. I think it's just like what they call fentanyl. Or,
so Pepper Mario says that's fake. It's a drug you can literally buy for $400 for a 250 milliliter bottle. It's not adrenaline. It shows blood. So what is adrenochrome? Pepper Mario knows, so he's going to tell us. I'm curious to find out what that is. Because I'm sick of people, they'll drop something, but then they won't give details.
Yeah,
they
I
just
don't
expect
think
me to
Tom
know.
Hanks
I don't
is
fucking know.
sucking babies to stay young and shit.
I don't know. I don't think about the Tom Hanks thing.
I don't think any of them. I don't believe in adrenochrome. Sorry.
No, it's a real thing. He's saying.
I know, but I don't believe in it.
It's not made what they're saying though.
I don't believe in that. I you know what? I don't want that to be real. If it is, then we really are living in hell.
Yeah. Well, I heard.
But I don't think it's real.
But yeah, conspiracy theories about everything exists. So
okay, here's one.
Tell me.
The if you watch on Vice, the world's most dangerous drug is the scopolamine.
What is that? Is it you smoke it?
No, where they put it in your drink, and then you get like you become their slave.
Is that real?
Well, that happened to me. I was in.
I feel like you're blaming it. You're like, Guido, why are you sucking those dudes off? You're like, it's
no,
the drugs.
I was in Tijuana, Mexico.
Oh yeah, okay. Then I believe it.
I had to.
Now the plot becomes more realistic.
I was in Tijuana alone because I had a follow up on a clinic years ago, and so I decided to just go to a bar, and a couple of so this is like 6-7 p.m. At 11 p.m.
Yeah.
I come to and I turn to my right and I say to the guy next to me, "Who the fuck are you?" That 5-6 hour window that went by, I haven't a clue what happened. I checked my credit cards, canceled my credit cards, and I ended up at I was on the other side of town with people who were my friends. So I was talking and being charming for hours.
I'd love to find out if you were. Look, I can't.
And no, like I did blood tests and shit. I for hours spending money, going to the ATM, taking I was it. Luckily, I found the two guys that I was hanging out with weren't like murderers. They were probably guys that had no money.
Oh, but they didn't do it to you.
No, I don't know.
They probably did it to you.
But the point
they were with you. Where'd you give your shit to?
The point is, I saw my ATM, the spending. All it was like a pitcher of beer and nachos and shit. So I was kind of lucky. Oh, and then we went to a massage place and I paid for everyone. So I was lucky.
So they took advantage of you, but they
could have been worse. I found two guys that were like, okay, they just like, let's let this guy pay for our shit.
That's what they were. Remember here, there was that fucking problem for a while where they were doing it to women, the date rape drug. They were. Remember when here they're like, okay, stop getting open bottles, cover your drinks, ladies, because they kept being rampant where they were raping chicks. And
you could have said, Guido, take this gun, shoot yourself in the head. And I would have went, all right, boom. I'm not kidding.
But they did give something else. The date rape thing, I forgot what it's. The roofies. What the fuck is it called? That they used to.
Yeah, it wasn't scopolamine.
It was something else. And then they would wake up and not remember. Remember that shit?
Nick Nolte used to drink them.
That's fucking crazy, bro. That's crazy.
They use it in sex. GHB.
GHB. That's it. Yeah.
But that's not scopolamine. I'm telling you, dude.
No. I'm not saying the same thing. What I'm saying is it's scary to lose time. It's scary to wake up somewhere and you don't know how you got there.
But not like in a drunk way. But it's one thing to pass out drunk for 4 hours. You were talking. I'm talking to you. I'm doing stuff.
But you just don't know.
I don't know
You're
where
not in control of your faculties.
I'm a zombie. You're literally a zombie.
Yeah, that's fucking scary.
That's it. Go to the ATM, pull out $5,000.
You're like, of course I will.
It's fucked. I can't believe I'm alive to tell it, but the true story.
You also are a well-known lunatic.
Yeah. Dr. Ariel Ortiz in Tijuana, Mexico. Shout out.
Well, he did the rectal exam. Make sure you weren't.
The guy's got chiclets in his mouth like veneers. The guy drives from Tijuana. He lives in San Diego. He drives across that border every day with maybe $20,000, $30,000 in U.S. cash.
Are you trying to get this guy shot? You're giving his name out. You're saying how much he drives. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Well, he's a doctor. He's a well-known doctor over there. He was on
but nobody knows his details.
Obesity Control Center.
That's like me saying, every Wednesday night.
No, he produces.
At the TD Bank down the street. Guido goes at 9:45 p.m. Pulls out 10 G's.
I guarantee you, he has protection from those people.
Well, not enough protection. I don't know why you know all those details.
Did you watch Rambo: Last Blood?
No, I did not.
Oh, come on. Did you guys watch Rambo: Last Blood?
They did for sure, my people here. It's
great.
They're very well versed in the pop culture.
Great movie.
Better than I am. Oh, we should do a movie night this week. Are you guys down for movie night? Let me know in the chat. We're gonna do a Patreon movie night this week. Oh, and also,
do you watch old movies or new ones?
We watch old movies, but we could watch
talk
new.
over them.
We talk over them. There's really no reason that we can't do. We could do whatever we want, really. So it's up to us.
This week I heard about Macaulay.
But for all you patrons, I'm putting the lines up. The lines are open if you guys want to call into the show.
Macaulay Culkin gave the best tweet this week. He said, "Hey guys, you want to feel old? Today I'm 40."
Yeah, I saw that. That's a stupid tweet.
Shut up. It's pretty fun.
I saw that and I was like, fuck you, Macaulay Culkin.
I like Macaulay Culkin.
Nah, I don't have a problem with him. I'm just fucking around. Well, what's going on now with these goddamn pedophiles? Are they, are we tracking these guys down? Are we fighting them?
Well, apparently this Georgia thing, so that was good.
That's connected to that for sure.
But the Hollywood adrenochrome stuff, I don't know.
The problem is, bro, there's so much, bullshit hidden within the truth and the truth within the bullshit that...
Like these Bryan Singers, these Corey Feldmans, that kind of shit, that's real. But I think they do it on purpose, where they, through their connections, they add bullshit to possible truth so nobody believes it.
That's what they used to do that to MK Ultra victims and shit like that.
They add adrenochrome stories all over the place. They plant them so that the Bryan Singer twink parties seem,
Far-fetched?
Yeah.
So do you think it's real?
The pedophilia? Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
The adrenochrome? No. You know who was talking about a pedophilia like fucking crazy before he died? Gary Coleman. Arnold from Different Strokes.
What was he saying?
He was saying it's fucked up. He said they shouldn't even have child actors. They should CGI child actors.
Because they were taking advantage of all the kids?
Yeah. And then, the rumor about the kid from Poltergeist, right?
No.
The movie Poltergeist. They're here.
Yeah. Well, what's the rumor?
Movie. Well, apparently she was fucking brutally raped. And that's how she died. Already in...
on the movie?
No, in life. In casting.
What? Can somebody confirm this?
Guys, Poltergeist girl, Heather O'Rourke was her name. Heather O'Rourke. Type it in YouTube. There's a documentary on it.
What?
What are they saying? They saying something? Heather O'Rourke was her name.
No, what they're saying is, the poor girl from Poltergeist. Tara says it's probably too. Kumia talks about the Poltergeist girl rumor all the time, so it's just a rumor as far as she was raped over and over. What the fuck? And this is for a movie. If
you go down a rabbit hole there, you'll find it online. There's documentaries about the Heather O'Rourke. But I heard about that rumor even before the internet. Kind of like the Richard Gere gerbil. It was just one of those that went around.
But the gerbil thing, who you explained this to me? Stallone, because he hated him or some shit.
Him and Stallone got into a fight on Lords of Flatbush, and Stallone said either you fire him or I leave. And they kept Sly, which in turn turned into Henry Winkler imitating him for the role of Fonzie. That was interesting.
They tore her intestines?
See, that's it.
Because the old dude's gang. But what the fuck, dude? Yeah. She died of a rare... Oh, yeah, that's fucked up. All right, well, goddamn, thank you for bringing lighthearted news here, Guido. Jesus fucking Christ.
So, yeah, I think that... Sure. You're telling me... You know who else? Do you remember that show, Head of the Class?
No.
Okay, Head of the Class was a bit of before your time. The fucking teacher was one of the best comedians ever, Billy Connolly.
Whatever, get to the goddamn story.
The fat guy, Dennis, on that. He became an executive at Nickelodeon.
Started raping people.
And there's a rumor that he's been going around fucking with the pedophilia shit. Guys, remember? Dennis from Head of the Class, yes?
Fuck, dude, there's a lot of pedophiles out there.
Mm-hmm. He works at Nickelodeon, bro. The best job in the world for a fucking pedophile. You know how many Britney Spears walk in at fucking as Mouseketeers?
Yeah, the Mouseketeers, that was like a youth star system thing.
Bro, it was a Romper Room. It was a kids show. And they were all on it. Britney Spears, Justin Timberlake, they were Mouseketeers.
Britney Spears in the news again too. Apparently she's going crazy again.
Her sister's trying to take control of her shit.
Who has control of her shit right now? I guess her
I think her dad
agents.
Or something.
Oh,
she
really?
Doesn't want, and now her... Look, I think it's worse than it is. I think she really has mental illness, and she's going through the motions. You want to watch something really interesting? Watch Craig Ferguson talk about Britney Spears in a monologue like 20 years ago. Because this guy is all about the AA and sober and stuff.
Okay.
And
He was saying that she's drinking too much.
he was saying that he's worried about her and she's a mess.
Oh, really?
And
Turns out that crazy
you know that
Scotsman was right.
the guy in the girl in Vegas who does the Britney Spears tribute show
Okay.
is better at being Britney Spears than a mile away actual Britney Spears being Britney Spears.
That's just a rude comment to make.
I'm saying she's...
No one's better at being Britney Spears than Britney, bitch.
Here's what happens with a lot of these people. They get discovered and their brain doesn't evolve from then.
Silver and Gold, Flat Cat, everyone's saying that 100% of Hollywood are either pedophiles, sexual abusers, or covering for the pedophiles. And you know what? Silver and Gold
it
says
makes
like...
sense, because they're scared to lose their jobs.
That's the fucked up thing. Like when you see all the shit that was happening with like Weinstein,
Look
when
at
it's like,
Weinstein.
yeah, Weinstein was
you
fucked
can't
up, right?
find a pedophile like that across town? Sure.
But then, yeah, when you hear about like Oprah, you hear everyone that knew about it and they just didn't do anything. It's like, well, yeah, that's kind of the same thing. Like I saw a video on Twitter today. There was a guy on the train, like at the train station, but on the fucking, what's it called? Where you get on the, when you get into the train, I'm fucking having a brain freeze. On the platform, he was trying to rape a chick. He was on top of her and they're videotaping it and yelling at him or whatever. But how do you not see that and just go kick the guy in the fucking face? How do you know what I mean? Like,
how do you let that happen?
Yeah. How do you let like in fucking society as a society?
And we're in the world where we film everything now.
The fact that your initial instinct, if you see a guy trying to rape someone, is to pull out your phone instead of kicking him in the fucking head, we know there's a goddamn problem.
One of the first people to ever make a joke about that in history was Bobcat Goldthwait.
Oh yeah.
He's after Rodney King. He's doing stand up, you know, as that fucking thing he used to do. And he said, if you ever, he goes, I know a lot of people know me, and you got a lot of people see me and say, I hate that guy. And then he says, let me say something. If you ever see me getting the shit kicked out in the street, please put the camera down and help me. That was his joke. He said in the 80s.
It's fucking right.
So I don't know. What about, look, most respected director and producer in history, Spielberg, his daughter.
Apparently Spielberg is a
but
fucking
she
weirdo
makes
too.
porn. How does his daughter go out and make porn?
She's bored.
Does that have, I mean.
I don't think that has anything to do with anything.
I found that so strange. It's because you're telling me this, he can't fund a movie for her to direct, write, star in, do whatever the hell she wants? And
maybe she doesn't want to act in other movies. Maybe she's, you know, let's see, with a couple standing in film. Yeah, Noah says there was a video of a guy raping someone with a couple of people standing by and filming.
That's so fucked.
Yeah. So, but again, it's a lot. You know, what's fucking crazy is a lot of these people that are do nothings. They go online. They bitch about people like you're evil, dude. This is so funny. So I shared a meme that was online about, you know, the guy that we're talking about, the guy who shot the other two people that got the rifle. So it's basically, you know, the Impractical Jokers.
Yeah.
So the Impractical Jokers, they're there on top and they're like, all right, and they're in the, like, now try to take his rifle. And then the next shot is him shooting him. And then they're all laughing, you know, on the floor, this and that, like, can't we try to shoot it? And he obviously got pissed off and he went to my Instagram and he replied to me. He's like, oh, lol, very edgy, bro. Like, but it's not the reason why I shared this because it was funny, you know, but a lot of people have this trouble where because they can't laugh and other people are laughing. They assume that it's because people are laughing because it's edgy. The reason why that's funny is because the Impractical Jokers, that's what they do. They make people do funny, stupid shit.
But this guy now filtered whether or not he should laugh.
Yeah,
that's sad.
Exactly. He filtered it, and he's a comedian in the city.
That's terrible.
Yeah, I liked his thing.
You have to laugh because it made you laugh.
Yeah, that's it. If you don't laugh, you don't laugh. That's fine. You don't have to find everything funny. I shared it because I found it funny. But he was like, very edgy, bro. Like he thought I was doing it to show people like, yo, look at how edgy I am. But I didn't even find it edgy.
Act is probably what he thinks he should be saying and what they should be laughing at, and therefore not funny. And not what he actually thinks.
Yeah. Well, this comes a week after. It's just a coincidence. A week after I was doing a show and his name popped up, and someone's like, "Oh, my girlfriend. He's doing a joke now that he took from people on TikTok, like it's some kind of recurring online joke." I was like, "I haven't heard. I don't know." He's like, "Yeah, he's fucking." So it came a week after I heard that he was stealing shit, like just hack. I was like, ugh.
Oh yeah, he follows TikTok.
Yeah, this is the right time to talk shit.
You know what I watched? Did you ever see a sketch years ago? I can't even tell you what year this was, but there was a TV show called The Dana Carvey Show.
Okay, I know Dana Carvey. Yeah.
And the writer was Louis C.K. was a writer on it, and
I know that guy.
one of the unknown actors in it was Steve Carell.
I know all those guys.
And it's called Stupid Pranksters.
Okay, is it fun?
Oh, dude, it's so stupid. They go to the drive-thru.
But are they real pranks or is it sketched out? Like
It's sketched out. And
So it's not real.
It's Dana Carvey and Steve Carell. They go to the drive-thru and they go, can I have 2 Pepsis, 3 Pepsis, 4 Trios, a couple of hamburgers, some fries?
So Eric, he says if you Guido, they're saying if you really want to talk to Eric's dad about the whole psychiatrist thing,
Yeah.
I'll hook you up. So Eric, go to the Discord. Hellsam could hook you up. Yeah, we'll.
I mean that from the
We'll
bottom of
get
my
you
heart.
guys in touch with Guido.
So they go to the drive-thru, they pay for it, and then the guy's like, "I'll be right back with your change and your food," and they take off. Stupid pranks.
That's fucking funny. Yeah, because they basically win nothing. The guy just gets money and the food. Yeah,
And then they go to the guys.
that's like if you and Poseidon on the Intellectuals. That's the kind of pranks you guys would pull.
They go to the movie. They pay Louis C.K., who's the teller. They pay him for the ticket. Before he gives the ticket back,
They run away.
They run away. So stupid.
Did you ever, when you were a kid, did you have that? Did you do stuff where you run away? Like, did you ever like set stuff like bags of shit on fire at people's doorsteps and then run away? Did you have that kind of childhood or no?
We did. We went to.
Were you guys big pranksters?
Yeah, we tried. You know, on Saint Laurent, on Marcel Lorrain, there's the town hall. There's a fountain in front of it. We put dish soap in it, and
Is that a prank? I don't know what.
we just made ourselves laugh. But we weren't that good at that. We just smoked a lot of weed.
We did a lot of crazy shit. All right, you going back to
Mad Night.
your
Remember
seat.
Mad Night?
All right, so let's explain Mad Night to people who don't know because they're not from the city. They might not know this. Right on time, Poseidon joins us.
Devil's Night.
Yeah, some people call it Devil's Night. So Mad Night here is October 30th. It's the night before Halloween. And I know from Park X, we'd go to TMR,
Yeah,
the
perfect for you
adjacent
guys.
neighborhood, and start trouble. So essentially what we'd do is eggs. We had eggs to throw and stuff. We had toilet paper to throw on trees and houses and that kind of stuff. And it's weird because I see on American TV a lot, they go, when they go trick-or-treating, they go trick-or-treat, and then if you don't give them a treat, that's when like the youths would like egg your house or whatever. But us, nobody would do that on Halloween. Us, regardless of, it was one day before that, they would just trash stuff. That was
Yeah.
Mad Night.
That
Yeah.
was big,
I
and
remember
then it faded for a while. The Mad Night. I remember when I was a kid. All my older cousins are like 50, 60 years old, so I would see them do that shit. But then in the 90s, it died a bit.
We had done it a couple of years. I remember when I was in high school, but then it started to fade too. As soon as the cops started taking shit way too seriously, started beating kids up and shit like that.
No way.
Then we're like, eh.
When you were in high school, was your high school at like half capacity?
What do you mean?
Because it appeared that the neighborhood where your school was I remember that park when I was a kid was full, and then it was dead. So
Well, what times, bro?
No. I mean, decades-wise, not daily. I'm saying by the time you were at that school, was it full? Because it's full now because everyone moved to the neighborhood again. But I remember in the 90s that neighborhood was dead.
Yeah, I mean, I never felt like it was overpopulated. I mean, when I was at school, it seemed fine.
It's overpopulated.
Did I ever tell you that I led a strike at my high school?
You what?
Yeah.
You led a
Oh,
strike?
let me tell you a funny.
Oh, I want to hear this.
Oh, you're gonna hear a funny fucking story. So, I believe it was my last year. It was either the last year or the before last year. You gotta just Google what year this shit happened, and then you'll realize. So there was strikes happening because the Shade government, I think, was trying to get rid of bursaries or subsidies for students. There was something fucked up happening in universities. And we were unaware. I didn't fucking care. But then, because we were in high school, it didn't affect us directly at the time. But there started to be a movement about kids striking from all, they have to just get together, get organized. And my school, obviously the teachers, bunch of leftists. So secretly, they wanted the kids to protest, but they couldn't lead it themselves, I think this was my last year in dude, this is fucking hilarious. So if you think I'm funny now, like speaking in French, my French was worse in high school.
God damn.
How is that possible?
Yeah, I don't know how it's possible. Or maybe it's in my head that it's worse than possible. It's all right.
Yeah.
But I still remember them asking me to join the thing. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, this is, like, no, because they need someone that they listen to. I go, who the fuck listens to me? What are you talking about? And then I remember being in La classroom, it was me,
Isn't
a couple
it
of
funny
other
that
students.
Years later, everyone's listening to you.
That is weird, yeah. And then they were telling me, all right, you can't say the crazy shit that you want to say, because I was going to say crazy shit. You have to read what we approve, right? I remember when Monsieur Archambault was there, and they had given me like a thing to read, a speech thing. So I think it was right before the Carré Rouge. I think it was right before the squares. It was right before that. There was no squares at the time.
It's possible because when I went to adult ed, that's when the red squares came in.
Okay, yeah, exactly. So it was right before that. So listen to this.
Poseidon went to adult ed.
Yeah, so this is fucking hilarious, because I'm in the CAF now. We're in the CAF, and there's all the students in front, and people are giving different speeches, bro. So now it's my turn to give, like, I'm giving a speech, bro, like, to these fucking kids. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I had no clue what the fuck was going on when we were protesting. I understand, bro. I knew nothing. So I'm there. My teacher's looking at me. I can see him from the side. He's like all excited. Because like people listen to you. That's what he thought people listened to me. I don't know where he got this from. So I would take the paper, I'm looking at it, I go, I start talking like, welcome everybody. And I look at the paper, I look at him. And as soon as I look back at him, he knew that I was going to go off script. And his eyes open wide, and I just do this. I look at everyone like, fuck it. I rip the paper, I throw it. He puts his hands in his thing, and then swearing the whole time. But in French, I'm like, listen, these motherfuckers are trying to fuck up our future. Like this whole fucking thing. I go, and then they're all looking at me, are we going to fucking stand for this? Are we going to fucking stand for this? No one's going to. All right, let's get the fuck out of here. Then everybody, and we started walking from the school. We went all the way down here. We went to Henry Bourassa Metro to take the, Sauvé Metro Henry Bourassa. We went downtown and met up with like another fucking 20,000 students, but they were all university. We were from a high school. And then, we were marching with everyone. Bro, it was fucking crazy. Fucking people were trashing shit. It was completely insane. That was the first time I ever saw an effigy. They had like a charret effigy, and they were setting it on fire. And I was like, what the fuck's going on here, man? I can't believe I let all these kids down here. Like,
what's an effigy?
It's like
they made a papier-mâché charret.
Yeah.
God damn.
But when you went off script and you were swearing and stuff like that,
that's when I won them over.
And that's how Trump won.
Yeah, I was early Trump.
But seriously.
But the best part is
because you were talking as yourself.
Because now I think it's a similar thing. I think we were mad about them taking away bursaries or some shit like that. But I had no clue what was happening. Like the reason I was recruited was apparently for my public speaking ability.
Right.
But all of my public speaking ability was all based on nonsense. Like my French teacher liked the fact that my oral presentations, I was make people laugh. He's like, oh, it's good. You can make people laugh. But I had no business talking about this kind of shit. First of all, years later, it's funny because I'd be against it. But yeah,
it works. That's why Jeb sucks. And George was very charismatic. I would have a beer with George Bush right now.
And what was one of the chants I started?
He was very likable at talking.
Something. They started things with no, s'il vous plaît. And then I had it to like no, fuck Shahre. I remember I was starting my own. Yeah, we were walking down the whole thing. It was just imagine like fucking 500 kids walking. There's a guy telling them to swear, and fucking people would just follow along. They would just repeat shit that I was saying.
But that proves how easy it is to just jump on.
Do those kids and those people see you on the sous-écoute now and stuff? And Mike?
Probably some people. Well, I still like. What's funny is my friends that I went to school with. We haven't talked about this in years because it's not a big thing in our history. We don't remember it. But if I bring it up now, obviously everyone will remember that time.
They're gonna go, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's true. I can't believe we did that. Because now when I think back, I'm like, first of all, what a dumb school to. Secretly, like the school was basically, this was like some deep state shit. Like the school basically, because they were leftists, they were like, all right, we gotta get these kids to, but we can't tell them, they go, if you strike, it's up to you guys, basically what they said. We can't stop you, And then like, but they don't listen to any of these fucking nerds. Like there's one guy they seem to listen to. And then I was like, who listen? I was like, who the fuck listens to me? What are you people talking about? I was like, well, we see you always talking, people are laughing and shit, they're having a good time. We think you could deliver this speech. I remember my French teacher, Mr. Archambault, and he gave me the thing, and I was like, all right. So I started reading it and stuff like, fuck this shit.
That's actually
Is he still there now?
That's a little wild.
Is he still there now, that teacher?
I don't know, but I've been meaning to do it for a while, and I haven't. With COVID, it's going to be impossible. I always wanted to go visit.
Yeah. When I was in high school, we voted for Quebec to not separate in Canada. That's
fine.
Secondary 4.
But you didn't strike for that. Like I led the kids out, I remember. And it was fuck. Now that I think about it, it was fucking surreal. And I remember, I think me, Milton, some other because it was downtown. We went like this whole thing. And while at one point I'm like, bro, fuck this shit, bro. And then we just left and went to a diner that was there. I'm like, what are we doing here, bro? Fuck these idiots. He's like, you're the one who let us out of the school. I was like, yeah, I know, but I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, bro. Like, I didn't think everyone would agree to come with me. And when I showed up here, I didn't expect to see 20,000 other people.
That's like William Wallace going like, fuck it.
You know what? That proves, because there's a saying. There's somebody said, I don't fear the army of lions led by sheep. I fear the army of sheep led by a lion.
Yeah, that's interesting.
You get it?
Yeah.
So
Well, that's what they did. You were the right guy for it, but
Yeah.
you just didn't believe in it. But they were right.
No, well, I
you
obviously.
got them out the school.
Yeah, obviously, I believe in the government not taking. If they're going to take tax dollars from us, they better go to the fucking students. But
At 17 years old,
at
did you
17
give a
years old, I knew none of this shit,
Yeah.
and I also didn't believe in the method of doing this. I believe like with some dialogue, you can get more shit done. However, I guess I was the right guy for that. So yeah, I want to go talk to. But that teacher, dude. That guy, I have a lot of funny stories. I remember we helped him out a lot too, like that year, because he was nice to us the year before. So we would always be his kind of like, especially me, I would always be like his student in the dark wings that would do shit that people weren't supposed to do. I rigged an election for him so he could win a prize.
no.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I did?
You were his guy on the
So
street.
yeah. So listen to this, bro. You're gonna die. So you're gonna. This is what I was doing in high school. So in this, because in Lado it's only 2 years. It's Sec 4 and 5, and then you graduate. So in Sec 5, I had him in Sec 4. But he's the French teacher I had in Sec 4, and we would still talk to him when I was in Sec 5. We'd go hang out with him and stuff. He's cool. That's why they recruited me to do this fucking striking thing. I would just leave class and go hang out with this guy, do whatever I wanted. So they were having elections for the best French teacher. You know what I mean? And kids get to vote, whatever. But I knew that he didn't even have enough classrooms like other people. So no matter what, even if we would all vote for him, he wouldn't win because that year he didn't have the same amount of classrooms. But he was a super cool guy. So what I did was we go up to, they were doing like preliminary votes, and I think he was losing in the votes hard, right? So what I did is you go upstairs in the library and it had these voting boxes. And they were basically you remember those sewing? It looked like cookies, but you open it up and your grandmother had a sewing kit.
The Danish.
It was boxes like that.
Metal.
Yeah, they were metal containers. Sorry, that's what I was trying to say.
Danish cookies.
They were metal containers, and they were having all these votes inside. So I'm up there with Milton and Stinky. We're all there together, and I'm looking like, what are you gonna do? Like, you're gonna jam it full of votes for him? I'm like, no, that librarian's a fucking bitch, because she kept staring at us like, why? This guy's never in the library. Right? So I'm like, I gotta think of something better. And then I'm like, wait a second. He has a lot of votes. 2 people like him. I don't need to give him votes. I need to get rid of that other fucking box that's full of votes from that teacher who's gonna win. I have an idea. So I go to Milton, like, you distract that fucking librarian bitch. And I just ask her a question. So he went aside, he started throwing stuff next to her. He's like, oh, well, he started acting stupid. So she's betting over, what the fuck are you guys doing? So me in a panic, I'm like, what do? Bro, I grabbed the entire box and put it in my jacket and walked out of the library, bro.
So the future.
So we brought it all the way to Park X. I remember because we got off on not on Jerry, on Liège. Because, you know, Liège has that park where that school is, St. Clair Laird. You know, there's that little park where kids play at.
Oh yeah.
Liège and what is it?
Right in front of the Arouche.
Right in front of the Arouche, right there.
Yeah.
That garbage bin. That's where I threw in all the votes. I threw in the whole box. I got rid of it. So then he called me out. Like, he came to the class
Didn't
that I was
you
in.
Feel dirty?
No, not at all. So he called me from the. He called me.
Democracy was.
He came to my classroom and he's like, "Can I talk to Pantelis for a bit?" So he brings me. I was like, "There's a fucking situation." I go, "What's the situation?" He's like, "Well, you know, the votes, whatever this and that, they went missing for one of the guy who was gonna win. His votes all went missing." And I was like, that's a shame. And then he's like, yeah, but you know, the librarian said that she described one of the guys that was there that she suspected may have stolen the box, and it sounds an awful lot like you. I was like, I would never go to the library. He's like, exactly, which is why I knew it was you, because she thought it was suspicious that you were there too. I go, is there any cameras there? She has any proof of this, of her allegations? And he smiled. He's like, no, there's no cameras in the school. I'm like, that's it's gonna be tough for her then. I go, so no, I've never been in the library and I've never seen the box. And he's like, you motherfucker. So then they start announcing, like, look, we're gonna announce the winners. There's some controversy as some delinquents stole the voting box for one of the teachers. However, the winner is, and he got to win because the other guy had no votes. Now he took all his votes and stuff. And then, that was the funniest thing. And then he asked me I remember during graduation, he asked me to him, and I go, of course I took the box. What do you think I was gonna let you lose? Get the fuck out of here.
But it's the school's fault. It's not the kids.
Well,
Hold
on. Imagine the librarians watching right now. Her face.
Oh, she was a stupid bitch, but fuck her.
I don't think she'd be watching this.
She's not gonna be watching
No,
this.
I know, but how funny would it be? Like,
It would be great, but she can't do that. The statute of limitations is.
The statute of limitations. You have the voting box in high school.
look, there was no real crime committed here.
The crime is why you put that shirt on today, bro.
What do you mean?
No, I'm kidding. It looks
No,
good.
it looks nice. You look good.
Fantastic.
No, you look great.
You look fantastic.
You look good.
But yeah, I remember
You
doing
combed
that.
your hair. You look good.
Yeah,
Like, I remember I had fun. But this teacher, man, I want to go back to thank him because I remember, like, in terms of oral presentation speaking, he was also, I think, one of the guys that probably, I never thought about it till now, but probably gave me confidence that I could speak publicly, because he made me, dude, my you do oral presentation class? I did an oral presentation on the Silence of the Lambs in high school.
I just rewatched that movie and the making of it.
So imagine in high school, and I was saying my favorite lines about how I can smell your cunt, all that stuff. I was doing and I was talking about the movie. And he made me go do it. My oral presentation, I did in class. He made me go do it in 2 other classes that weren't my class.
Because it was
Oh
great.
shit!
To show them. So in other words, I kind of did a stand-up routine for like my class and 2 other classes because he wanted to show the other teacher and show the other kids. Like he was telling the teachers, like he goes, I laughed so fucking much. He goes, like, you have to watch this kid's presentation. And so I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, just show. Don't worry, I'll pull you out of class. That's fine. I'm a teacher. I could do that. You're gonna go to this class and you're gonna do it. I was like, but am I gonna fail? Or he's like, no, you already passed. You got your grade. I just need you to show this teacher. And I was like, all right. So I went to another class while another class is happening. They were doing their oral presentations, and it was like Guido's next, whatever, and I was next, and people were like, what the fuck? He's not even in this class. And I did it for another
I'll
class
give
too.
you an example of what a good oral presentation is.
Oh, good, bro.
That's
Yeah.
That's a very strong feminist movie.
Thank you.
Really?
The hero is this woman who has to go save the girl in the pit.
That's true. But she fails miserably at capturing the criminal.
But you know what's weird about going back to high school to say hi to your old friend? It's like
Not my old friends, bro.
your
They're
old-
kids.
your old,
To my teachers, yeah.
It's like
To your old friends.
It's like you watch.
Thank you.
It's like you watch Seinfeld, and then you see how old they are today. But you see so you're used to what your teachers used to look like.
Oh, they're gonna be old, though.
And now they're gonna be old. It's gonna be fucked up.
That's going to fuck with my head, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when I was 16, 17, I went back to Socrates just to visit. I think.
But
it was
that's
a
elementary school.
So great,
bro. And I had, you get your growth spurt, right? You turn, bro. I was
You get your growth spurt.
bro. I was so big walking through those halls. I'm like, I don't remember these halls being this small.
Yeah, or the small urinal. Remember Uncle Buck?
Okay, the small urinal, that's a real thing. You ever been to your old elementary school now and go to the bathrooms?
That's why John Candy and Uncle Buck was so funny when he was trying to piss in the urinal because he's
And
huge.
how low the toilet bowl is.
Yeah, things that you don't think about because you're growing and then you leave
I
there.
was taller than the
What's
lockers,
the sink,
bro.
The sink you would
Like
step
I-
on with your feet.
Like I remember hiding shit on top of the lockers, and now
Yeah.
I'm just walking through them. I'm
And
like,
you could look down at the lockers. Yeah,
I was
it's some of this is very funny. So by the way, in the chat, if you guys are paying attention, Silver and Gold, who normally is one of our strongest proponents of buying and well, I guess mostly buying, not selling it, but buying gold and silver, he's letting people know that he doesn't make any money off projections of gold. He's just letting people know what the smart thing is right now and what he made money on, and it's one of the things that he finds the funnest. So again, I'm just mentioning it because he's serious about that. And the guy who does my stocks has been telling me the same thing for forever. Basically, gold is on its way up, so is silver too. So if you can buy gold and silver, that's where you put your money.
But gold already jumped up like 20 years ago, didn't it?
It's still jumping up.
It's still jumping up,
Yeah.
and silver apparently is highly underappreciated.
Yeah,
apparently.
undervalued. Yeah,
Undervalued. Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Silver and gold. I'm going to give you a ticker here. BANT.
What is that?
That's
Banter.
the stock that last week.
Oh yeah, take a look at that silver and gold. Guido silver and gold likes stock shit, so he might be interested in that.
It's a penny stock.
It was a penny stock that fucking jumped up astronomically, and
they disinfect schools, COVID, and the guy used to, I don't know. Twitter and Discord have become the new boiler room, according to the internet. And this thing jumped up like 500, 600%.
Jesus fucking Christ.
God damn.
Yeah.
Sam Sidewalk says, I rode my horse to my elementary school to visit my kindergarten teacher in
What?
the 3rd largest city in Minneapolis. Or Minnesota, probably saying.
You know
I
what's
just
cool?
thought of that movie. There was a movie with Woody Harrelson and Kiefer Sutherland called The Cowboy Way. And they were cowboys in the city. That's what made that. I never saw that movie. Anyway.
Eric says, Pantelis, I hope you'll be wearing this at the bordel. Yeah, I will. I won't have time. We're going to fucking finish up here. Maybe grab a drink fast, and then head straight down there.
Well, I have to go to the washroom.
That's a Paisley
After
tie
this.
motif you went with. And I like that you went with the presidential knot. You didn't do the European fashionable knot. You went with the grandpa knot.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, bro.
No, it's good. That's the Windsor knot. That's the classic Windsor.
I'm a classic kind of guy.
I
You know
went
what I
to-
do? I do the easiest one because
Yeah.
because when I used to work, I always used to have to wear a tie. I do the the one where you pass it.
double.
Because I used to be able to do that.
Skinnier.
I used to be able to do that knot while smoking a cigarette.
Dude, I went to high school.
Because you
Harry
kept doing
Potter,
it because
man.
you had to do it at work.
Yeah, exactly.
When the fuck do I have to wear a
Dude,
tie?
five-
It was the
Meeting.
easiest. It was the easiest.
5 years of school, I had to wear a tie. I knew them all. That's the Windsor classic. That's the one Trump uses.
That's how the
that's the
British.
Trump
That's how
knot.
the British students stunt on the other students. Is they tie.
Yo, by the way,
they do these complicated
Silver and Gold
knots.
made money off Ericsson stock. And I could tell you guys one thing. About a month ago, Silver and Gold came into the chat here, and he told everyone. You remember this because I talked
gold?
about Ericsson.
Oh, Ericsson, like
said
the phone?
Sony Ericsson, he said the Ericsson stock. So he said buy this week, Ericsson, just buy stock this week. And since he told me,
How long ago?
I've been just paying attention, watching, because I put all my money in uranium. I've been watching it go up. So he's been, dude. If you pay attention to like the group we have, you go to Discord. If you look at the chat, you get some good fucking nuggets of information. Obviously, you have fun too with all the movie nights and shit like that, the game nights. But I mean, there's a lot of fucking interesting conversation.
100. Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, it jumped. It was like about $8 when I was looking at it.
Okay, so in early
What was
June,
$8?
this fucker was like
Sony
up to
Ericsson.
60,
Yeah.
and now it's at 100.
So it was going.
I mean, even Air Canada, man. It's if you have time to hold on.
Yeah,
it's
I'm not
at
gonna wait
$17
for that.
and it's gonna go up. But if you have time, if you don't have time, then
Another one that's supposed to boom in about 5 years.
because of the
is,
5G, exactly. Because dude, 5G is the next thing.
God damn.
So anybody
but
who's
Ericsson is gonna make a smartphone, or they have the
no,
technology?
Ericsson is the ones they got the contract. I think even here in Canada
For the
5G towers and shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well then, yeah.
The 5 Jeep towers.
Yeah, in 5G.
5G towers.
Nvidia has been strong too. Yeah.
Nvidia. That's
But
what it is.
you know what else is supposed to boom in 5 years? I heard. You know, there's that other company that Elon Musk has, but it has to do with touristic space travel.
Space Force.
SpaceX.
SpaceX.
Yeah.
Space
Did
Force
you
is-
hear about the microchip that he was talking about yesterday?
Oh, bro, I spoke about it on my live stream.
Oh, tell me about it.
Yo, okay, so fuck. Where do I start? This is some creepy shit.
That's why I'm listening.
Okay, so it's supposed to help paraplegics and quadriplegics, basically to help them walk again. What it does is, it's like a $2 coin, okay? And what they do is they drill a hole in your skull, okay, and they implant it, and there's wires that touch your brain.
That's scary.
This would make Christopher Reeve walk, bro.
Yeah. So and then it stays permanently. So it looks as if you don't even have a chip, and it can help you walk. And you can even install a second one at the base of your skull if you're quadriplegic. Like crazy shit, bro. And you can even remove it. And
That's fucking crazy
Yeah,
shit.
they're
But you know what?
making-
That's the future, dude. At least technology is helping people.
yeah.
Making RoboCops. But
Yeah.
according to that movie Pi, and according to the Kabbalah,
The Kabbalah. What do
Yeah.
you mean? The Jewish cult shit?
yeah, the mysticism. They said that in the future when they didn't know what a microchip would be then, but when the numbers would be under the skin is when the devil takes over, according to.
Okay, that's not just they say that in religion, you're the mark of the beast.
Yeah.
I don't know if we could live life like that.
But the numbers meaning the microchip. But go ahead. I think it's fascinating.
Well, here's where it gets creepy, right? Like a Black Mirror episode. Fuck, I don't remember what some of the questions were. If I can find the highlight video, I'm trying to remember.
The $6 million man, yeah.
I'm trying to remember the questions they asked at the end, and where he kind of like, yeah.
Wait, you were
it's kinda
watching-
So are you
creepy.
gonna be able to read people's minds? That's all the questions we have.
Oh, yeah. So they can store memories. They can store
That's
memories. They can store memories, and eventually, he said, be able to transfer them to another
So
body.
wait a
So
second.
this is an altered carbon.
This is that movie
situation,
where
bro.
Johnny Depp fucking dies, but his soul ends up in the
No,
computer.
No, crazier.
There's a show, Altered Carbon. Have you watched the show at all?
I haven't, but I get the premise.
So it's
Well, because look,
they call it a
basically, look,
stack.
when we were
get passionate about shit like this.
we weren't even alive.
You
But I'm
die
saying,
and your subconscious keeps
no,
going.
not your sub, because you're thinking about it in different ways. So essentially, back in the day, people used to think that the heart, that's what your heart is your core. It's not. It's your brain. Your brain is your hard drive. Your brain stores everything. So they've been saying it for years that the second we find out, because obviously there's a pattern. Obviously there's a way that your mind stores memories because it has it there, like a hard drive. There's a way that it reads information. Just like it took them years, but they found out how light bounces off your eyes, the retinas, and that's how it reads, all that stuff. So the second we find out how the information is written and stored and we can read it, then we can save your mind. And then your body is just a vessel. So your consciousness is here, right? So they've been saying that for a long time. Now, the question I have for you, if you don't believe that there's a supernatural world, this and that, and we're just here, then theoretically, you living forever, not really a problem. You switch bodies, nothing changes. But if there is more, like, how they say, like the pineal gland, like Rogan says, like it's attached to like a different universe out there, like there's a whole, what people call heaven, all that stuff, then aren't you kind of missing that when you transfer over? So it's like your core memories are there, but like your soul wouldn't be. Do you know what I mean? Like, wouldn't it,
yeah.
I'm not saying either one is right or wrong. This is all crazy shit.
I don't.
I'm just
Bro,
saying.
I don't even know. But hold on. They did trials on pigs. during his presentation, Elon Musk, they brought pigs in that were chipped.
And you're the only one that got away.
And the pig's like, I remember.
No, they were chipped, and when they were feeding the pigs with their snout, the information from the snout, they were able to read the information that this is okay, this is snout.
This is eating, this is smelling, it's fucking dangerous. It's scary.
This guy is a genius madman.
Yeah.
I wish I bought Tesla stock 5 years ago.
God damn, bro.
I don't know. Man, you know where this brings to the question? I don't know if it's interesting for us to have this kind of power because it seems impossible. So it's crazy for us to be in this world.
Yeah.
But you don't think we're a bit too immature as a species to have this power?
What's a double-edged sword, right?
We are a little bit, but it's fascinating to me. And I don't disagree with it. But I think we're building the guns before we know what to do with them.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, like there was a movie that came out on Netflix of this guy, whatever, something happens in the movie and he ends up quadriplegic. And this crazy mad scientist
it's called RoboCop.
He goes, look, I can make you walk again. I can make you walk again, but
RoboCop,
it hasn't been approved yet. And what he does is he does the insertion at the base of his skull, implants a microchip. But the microchip has like a mind of its own.
So it's telling him to do shit.
So it's telling him to do shit, and the microchip tells him, like, because at some point he gets into a fight, right? Microchip goes, I'm not trained for this combat. He goes, you could give me full control and then take it away from me, just for the fight. So he gives the microchip full control. The guy goes all haywire, kills the guy, and then like throughout the whole movie, the microchip is slowly trying to convince him of why he should hack the microchip. So like that, because basically the smart guy can shut down the microchip.
Anyways, this is all that's the fiction
like
stuff.
Some crazy shit, bro.
Black Mirror.
The microchip.
Well, you know what scares me? I'm scared of. So we were driving. I was listening to the song. I was playing. Michael Jackson. No, it wasn't Michael Jackson. It was what's that song, man? It always feels like somebody's watching.
Yeah,
me.
it's Michael Jackson, who was singing in his friend's song. I always feel like somebody's watching.
Yeah. So all the stuff it says, like I feel like who's watching me, like the toaster's watching me, the IRS, all that.
It's a cameo.
It's like that's what's happening right now. Like literally everything is watching you. So imagine if not only are they on all your devices, they're on your fucking Alexa, they're on your phone, they're on your laptop. Imagine if they're also fucking in your head.
Of course,
it's too much.
But they are. That's what influencers are.
Prometheus reminded me that 2 more months till Cyberpunk comes out. That's gonna be fun.
Shit. Everybody's an influencer because we are getting influenced. They are in our heads.
Yeah.
You also gave the plot to Spider-Man 2. Remember Dr. Octopus?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
This little microchip right here is what it is.
But most of the stuff we're doing starts from science fiction.
Yeah.
And then it's all these super nerds that are capable. They make it happen in real life.
But that raises a question also. Like imagine the government having complete control and they could just whisper into your head like.
But that's what they're doing. We
don't
know
they're doing it through religion.
Yeah.
Now they're doing it through religion, right?
No, religion was the first one
to do it.
Started it, and then they're like, "Here, we're onto something." And now they do it with everything.
God damn.
It's called something else. It's Facebook, but it's still religion. It's still the same way.
Bro, this is all fuckery, Poseidon.
That's why I'm telling you, man, I'm going to unplug and go to a small farm.
But talking about all this shit,
bro.
the more and more we talk about this shit and the possibilities and all this scary world we could live in, all this just makes me want to fucking...
Dude, go
live under a rock.
Go to your village in Greece and hang out with the old man at a cafe and you'll be happy. That's what I'm going to do, man.
Hang out at the village in Greece?
I'm going to a small... That's it. I'm checking out. I'm going to make a shite load of money and I'm going to check out. That's what I'm going to do.
You're going to Greece?
I don't know. I'll go to Europe. I'll go wherever. I'm not going to tell anyone, but I'll go somewhere. I'm saying I'm slowly, it's in me. I'm slowly backing away from the technology.
Don't shake the table so much.
Sorry.
Yeah, he's very nervous.
I'm a nervous guy.
Wait, you're just coming just for privacy reasons though you're leaving, no?
I don't like what it does to my head.
I hear you. Anyways, before we get going, guys, I want to remind you.
Oh, already?
Yes, Patreon. Patreon.com/Pantelis. Right now, what we're doing is, since the yearly memberships with discounts are up, if you sign up for a yearly membership, anything of Pantelis Nation and higher, you're going to get these exclusive Pantelis podcast keychains, acrylic keychains, but they fit in like, I don't know, some chicks have bracelets or whatever. It could also be a charm. I don't know what the fuck they told me. I'm getting a sample soon. The only people that can get those are people that sign up for yearly stuff, Pantelis Nation and higher, and guests of the Pantelis podcast. So that's what it is. They're exclusive stuff. Tonight, we're going to be at the Bordel, downtown Montreal. You can get your tickets over on suzekut.ca. Get your tickets for that. We will be there at 7:30 p.m. It's going to be good. The show's going to be on this week. I don't think the show's going to be on Compound this week. I think since Compound's closed and we're already having some issues with them, it'll probably just go up on Wednesday maybe so that everyone can see it. so you'll enjoy it there. The Poseidon69, if you want to follow Poseidon on Instagram and Twitter. Guido Grasso Jr. is also online. However, he's
Not
left,
posting.
so he's not posting anything. So there's really no reason to follow him.
You can see old stuff.
Silver and Gold is always in the chat. He'll give you some good advice on stocks. Also, he's pretty aware of what's going on in terms of where you should put your money. So a lot of the stuff he says is pretty fun. Thank you to everyone. Marie Renee, Pepper Mario, Marvin, Flat Cat, always here. Jess Sorrell, Codex. You guys are fucking amazing. Hell Sands out of the hospital. Aziz is here. Acastasia. So thank you guys for making this fun. I hope that you guys didn't mind that we showed up a half hour late today. But it was it ended up being a good show either way. Poseidon left, took his car, ran off, got back. The show still wasn't over.
I made it back in 20 minutes. I boogied.
Yeah, you did. You boogied.
Yeah.
So patreon.com/Pantelis. Head over there and we're going to see you guys next week. Poseidon, any closing statements?
Peace out, motherfuckers.
All right.